Yo, you guys know Zoe uses the darkest emoji?
Yo,
no, I don't.
crazy.
You're a liar. No, I don't. He's talking. I don't use the darkest emoji.
That's a light-skinned man.
I don't think this is a light-skinned man at all.
Yo, I hope you know, for also listening, we are tipsy as
She's
hell yeah.
crazy.
There's no way y'all can
Shout
be like,
out to 5 years, baby.
Mike's a hot.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's a good, like, New Jersey trash Italian accent.
Is it?
Yeah,
I love
that's
it.
good, yeah.
All right, cool. Let's get into it. We have a very, very, very jam-packed episode.
Hey.
First of all, what we need to start with is this episode, we are starting our ongoing celebration of 5 years, the Relentless Diaries podcast.
Yeah!
Round of applause, round of applause, round
Come
of applause.
on, can we cheers to that?
Cheers.
Can we cheers to that? Clank, clank, click.
Clank,
Arriba,
clank,
bajo,
clank,
presento,
clank,
lamento.
clank,
There we go.
clank.
Come
Cheers.
on.
Cheers,
We even got Trey drinking, so if the angles are off, yo, that's why.
Let's make sure the angles are on and clear.
You got the 5 members too, like the OG. That's all. It's a closed set. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Usually we try to like do like an open recording for like the anniversary stuff. But you know what? Let's keep it right. 5
With the
members.
members.
Keep it tight.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if that's a pause, but anyways.
Keep it tight.
Is that a pause for a woman? I don't know.
Women never have to
Women
pause.
don't pause.
We've been over this.
But
We've talked about this so
I think it's your fault though. I'm seeing more and more women say pause. Yeah.
I told you it's the pause of honor.
Yeah.
Anyways, celebrating 5 years. Really happy that we've made it to 5 years. Appreciate everyone in this room. Appreciate everyone who is listening and continues to listen, or who is new, or who is old, who has been here from day one, or just started. It's really greatly appreciated. A lot of work has gone into this podcast. As you can see, we've extremely grown. And there's people here who also impact the pod, or there's people who are not here physically in this room who definitely impact the podcast a lot. Shout out Omar. He does our cover photos every single week. Shout out Christoph, who sits in for a lot of episodes. Yoav. Oh my God, Andy. Just, Lomi. Just people who are physically here. A lot of the time, you guys also play a huge part. So thank you. And obviously, you guys, you fine gentlemen sitting in this room, thank you for showing up every week. Thank you for, being a huge support system for me and doing this. And yeah, we have a lot of stuff coming in the next couple months. It's 5 years. What exactly is this? It's first episode?
So I believe the very first episode was published on June 17th. Yes.
Okay, June 17th, 2020.
Yes.
All right.
And we are in 2025.
Yeah, crazy.
God damn.
Blinked and 5 years flew by.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, we were putting ice in a bin and putting a fan in front of it.
We keep saying that.
Zoe had a gap teeth. Everything has changed.
Zoe had a gap. It's crazy.
Did you stop gap teeth?
First of all, I had a gap.
You had the Michael Strahan?
It wasn't that big. It was not that big. But I did have a gap, yeah.
How'd you fix it?
And now we're almost 30.
Okay.
Oh my
You didn't have to say that.
relax.
But I'm you guys OG though. I've been there.
Is that a Gucci bag?
It's mine, yeah.
Yeah, we leveled up. Yeah.
And Prada glasses?
Okay, Tresor, don't air out like, yo,
Holy.
you're this guy.
Low-key?
Flexing.
Low-key, Zoe got like the Atlanta IG model fit on today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the big show. You have the big show suit with the Prada glasses with the Gucci bag.
Low-key.
All you needed was the Rick Owens.
Rick Owens,
Yeah.
low-key.
And the glass and the
Zoe, wait a minute.
There you go. That's so title right
Zoe,
there.
wait a minute.
I love when we get it in the first 5 minutes. Yeah.
Zeta, wait up.
Yeah, Zeta, wait up.
damn.
But yeah, it's been a long 5 years. We've had a lot of great stuff coming. We have a lot of great stuff to go. We'll be dropping some very interesting stuff coming in the next couple months. I'm not going to say what it is, but keep an eye out for some very stuff that people have been asking for for a very long time.
We're delivering.
You know, 5 years put a fire under our asses, which is great. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have anything to say. Appreciate y'all, everything. You guys know that.
man.
Appreciate you for having a vision to put this together.
Yeah.
For sure, thank y'all for having me along. You know,
Yeah.
latest
Thank you
edition.
both, Tresor and Mucho. I mean,
There you
obviously, Clyde, you're
Fucking
like
Kevin
the
Durant
foundation,
over here.
but you guys have definitely, Tresor and Mucho have played a very, very,
Yeah,
very
who knows where y'all would
important-
be without us? This thing could have been belly up already.
Crazy. Crazy.
We were lit before y'all came. What are you
Right.
talking
I'm
about?
joking. It would
I
still
know.
probably.
No, it
I don't
wouldn't
know,
be.
the
It
way,
would-
the
it
way
wouldn't
that
be what it is
Zoe
now.
travels,
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all would have stayed as consistent.
We would have definitely had to like up the hosts.
No, we
Yeah.
wouldn't. We wouldn't be where we are without our hosts, without the co-host, the additions, and everything like that. We wouldn't be where we are without Trey, all the people you named that are off mic and stuff like that, off camera. It needed to happen, and very crazy point A to B that it's 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I like the dynamic we have here. You know, I said this before. I was hesitant to come on, just
Very.
because I thought it would be too many men. You know, I was
I
like,
thought it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so, but you know, we know when to give and take, and there's always a dominant personality.
I was gonna say, but I have the strength of 5 women, so it's okay.
Shout out
That's
to
a good way to put
Mucho. Shout out to Mucho for coming in and taking the weight off of me of being the one to jump off the ledge so I can stay PC and keep my brand.
I was gonna do air
Oh my
horns, but
God.
no, fuck that.
People are sick of hearing you talk about your brand deals, by the way. People are like, oh my God,
He's PR
brand deals.
trained.
I
He's
gotta
not
live.
gonna-
I have to pay my bills, guys. I'm sorry. I want to entertain you as much as possible and be as flagrant as possible, but
Yeah.
I have to pay my bills.
That's
I'm sorry.
fair. That is fair.
Yeah, you got to walk a fine line.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I
Y'all
get
acting like I turned into Mark Lamont Hill or something. I'm chilling.
Wait, is that from the Joe Budden podcast?
Yeah, but
I
he's
like
just
him though.
He is. No, I'm
like-
saying
he's
he's
just
very
super liberal and stuff.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
like him though. I like
Yeah,
the way
he's
he
good.
breaks stuff down.
No.
But yeah, it's funny because we were at Steady Mucho's party this past weekend, and I mean, shout out you guys, great turnout, great party,
Great event.
You know what I'm saying?
Great event.
Always
Thank you,
glad to
guys.
see where you guys have taken that.
Yeah.
And E-Bone was there. Shout out to MC E-Bone,
Yeah.
who was he was out on our show. Was it this year? Was it this year? Last year?
No,
I have videos
last
of him
year.
Last year.
shutting
I don't
us
know.
out on
Yeah.
the mic.
Last year.
Ebone, shouted us out on the mic stuff. I kind of caught Ebone at the end of the party. And he was drunk. I was also like tipsy. He was just like, give me my flowers. And he was like, listen, like, you don't even understand what you're doing. Like, you don't understand like who you are in the city. Like, you're doing something crazy. You're doing something amazing. Everyone knows you. He's like, girls you don't even like are watching your stuff. And I don't think he meant that specifically. He just meant like, you don't like, even people don't like you, you're influencing. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
we
he was
know
like,
that triggered something in Zoe's head. Tell me right now. Who said that to you?
Yeah, but he was like, people who don't even like you are still tuning in because you have that much of an influence. He was just like, keep your foot on the gas, like don't stop, continue to build your team, branch out. He was like, even like bring Relentless to Steady, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. He was like, you guys should have like QR codes at Steady, like, scan Relentless.
I had
da, da,
3
da.
people
So-
talking about you should be doing a pod today here at
Right?
the event. I'm like,
Maybe not
I
a
don't know how
pod.
that would work, but
We don't have to pod, but we could do content as we could do like a stream or something like at the party.
Yeah.
yeah, I think we
I
could.
like how you guys are thinking.
That'd be cool. That's what Ebon was like, yeah,
Or a
we actually
video,
doing this
like
stuff.
Oh.
YouTube video mic'd up.
I will say that like
Streaming
obvious-
Steady would be fire.
Yeah.
That would be fire still.
Streaming steady even sounds fire. Even those two words together.
Yeah, right?
I like
Steady streaming.
You
You heard it here first.
more on the way.
Fire.
I can say though that like obviously people will always like stop us and show love about the pod. My favorite thing that people will say is I appreciate what you do for the city. And that I think means the most to me when people say that, and that if we are received that way,
Yeah.
because I think it's needs to be done.
Yeah, man. It's like, there's people who are like OGs who are like, yo, I watch your guys' stuff
Yeah,
like regularly.
it
You know,
means a
like
lot to me
guys
when
who
you say
are
that.
been like in the city, whether they're like DJs or content creators or part of a certain group that is ran by the best rapper in the world.
Oh hell
Best,
yeah. Hell yeah.
even if we go to concerts that
Wait a second.
I got ahead of myself.
Yeah,
Let's celebrate for a second
let's
before I
foreplay.
kick Zoe's back in.
Can we get some foreplay, please? But yeah, we just have a lot of love
Yeah,
in the
finger
city,
it a
which
little
is
bit.
Fuck that VR training.
But yeah, you know, so yeah, that's it. Like I said, it's kind of bask in the love that we get. I appreciate it. Trust me, it does not go unnoticed. It doesn't go unheard.
No.
And I appreciate it. I greatly do. And I'm excited to see what the rest of the year is going to take us, and you know, however many years to come with this. A lot of podcasts don't make it this far, and not with this much influence either. So
Yeah, man.
shout out to us.
Shout out to y'all. You know, I like coming here and making content with y'all. I hate podcasting, but I love making content with
You
If-
hate
if-
podcasting?
If this show didn't exist, or God forbid the show ends, you will never see me on another podcast ever.
Word.
Wow.
I hate podcasts, but I like being with y'all and talking.
Yeah, because it just
Okay.
feels like you're amongst friends and talking.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
But
Yeah.
I would never. I'm never starting my own podcast, guys. It's never happening.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a little turnkey for you. You could come, the mics are hot, and then we just shoot the shit.
Yeah.
But like-
I remember you saying before you became full time, you wanted to do your own podcast.
Yeah.
Medium
Did
takes.
you?
Yeah.
Do you still want to do your own? Like, if this.
I'll be so real. I just wear too many hats now.
Word.
I have a 9 to 5. I do events, and then I do this,
Yeah, that'll be tough.
and then yeah.
That is
it's
a lot.
just-
Also,
it's hard
I
to do.
think-
it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
But also, I think if any of us started our own podcast, I don't think it's a reflection of like this. Like, you can do your own stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
same time, that doesn't.
It would essentially be me monologuing for an hour.
You think you could do a solo podcast?
Yeah.
Those are tough.
Those are
Oh
tough.
my
Really
God.
hard.
To do some Colin Coward shit. It's just
That's
you.
crazy.
It wouldn't be maybe
And a mic?
maybe bi-weekly.
Maybe.
But you know those like long ass video essays?
Yeah.
It would kind
basically
of just be
just-
like that.
Yeah, but that's like a production, you know?
It would-
That's a script, and, you know,
Yeah.
they're
It wouldn't be
fine-tuning.
it wouldn't be a script. It would be like 3 pointers, and then I just go like buy it or whatever, and then I'd have a green screen, and then I just like put like random videos and clips
Yeah,
behind
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be that tough.
If you need a producer,
we know who to talk to. We know who to talk
although
to.
Zoe
that
doesn't
way.
like that. She doesn't like the in-house.
They don't like people.
She
Yeah.
doesn't like.
Tresor asked me if I could edit something from the other day, and Zoe lost her mind.
Loser mind, just
I'm putting
dramatic.
sauce on that. Yeah.
Super sauce.
Zoe, did you ever think that the pod would get this where it is?
No, not at all. What?
I can say, if we're doing our 5-year little retrospective, there was a time where this was just whatever for Zoe.
Yeah.
Like, she would just show up, and I believed in it a little bit more than you did.
Way more
probably.
than I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I used to be like, yeah, I'll come every other week, maybe. That's really what it was.
Bring your friends,
Sure.
I'll take care of the rest.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I'll come every other week.
So Clyde, what was like? Because the story has been said ad nauseum about like you just seen her on
Add what?
Yeah, no, I want
often.
the definition
It's
too.
been it's ad nauseum means
Nauseum.
ad nauseum means
Putting that in the
very
bag.
often.
Nauseum.
You know what I mean?
Never
Gotcha,
heard that one.
gotcha.
before.
The story has been told often
Yeah.
about how you saw Zoe's antics online, and you're like, "Damn, you need to put this in a long form, recorded type of medium."
Yeah.
So, like, was there like any take specifically that you saw her give where you're like, "Yo, I need you to expand"?
You know what? I think you know what I think it was specifically. Because Insecure was popular at the time, and Zoe would always shit on Lawrence.
Oh, okay.
And I remember, you know what it was?
You have
I
no-
remember,
go
I
ahead.
remember considering unfollowing Zoe.
Oh, wow.
I remember
We're
not knowing you
uncovering
that well.
things.
I remember considering unfollowing you, and I don't know if you've ever had that moment where you consider unfollowing someone, and then you feel like a bitch because it's like they won, you know, or something like that. And it's like,
I definitely
and it's like,
still follow a couple people I'm not the fondest of just because
But
I
it's
don't
like
want them to see.
you need oppositional takes, and not that you had all these oppositional takes, but like you know, you need to hear things that you disagree with once in a while, and I think that could be good for the content that you're constantly consuming and stuff. And I feel like that was sort of like the jumping off point. Was like, this girl's got hot takes that I disagree with that are polarizing, and like this should be a show. This should be long format. And then I think it was George Floyd. She posted like a 3-minute video of her like talking to her phone like that, and I was like, oh, she can. It's not just a keyboard thing. Like she can type. She could chat. You know. And I think that was like, okay, she needs
A 3-minute video, like on Twitter or something? Or?
It was on
I
your
think
Instagram story. It was your
Like,
story.
I was just going on, like, it was like frame by frame on my IG
Yeah,
story.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, it was 2020, so I assumed it was like some BLM stuff. But that's
Very much
inter-
in the midst of that. It was June 17th we posted our first episode. So.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So it was like right after the
Golly, you
George
guys
Floyd
couldn't laugh for like 2 months. You guys
Yeah.
could make
You
one
know,
joke.
and-
Read the
and-
room.
Everything you said.
Read the room.
Like, yeah, no,
Yo,
like
this
our
ice
first-
cream is slapping.
Read the room.
What's funny is too
Happy
is
birthday to me. Read the room.
but before we really like got in like the Before They Were Famous studio and stuff like that, I feel like actually no, like season 2 probably like our clips that went like viral and stuff. I remember our first actual clip that went crazy was when you were on it and she was telling her Atlanta story, and you weren't even like a co-host like that yet. But I feel like we had like a lot of colorism like topics, a lot of
we
serious,
had a lot of
like
serious
we were kind of a
topics.
serious podcast a little bit for a
Yeah,
minute.
100%.
Yeah, and you added this goof.
Boring. Who wants to be serious all day, every day?
Not all day, every day, but honestly, that's how the podcast kind of blew, though. People wanted
The
to
first
hear that
initial
stuff.
clips were very serious clips
Yeah.
about colorism, black girls, and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the struggles and everything. Yeah.
Word.
Well,
Maturation, continuity. Yeah, like we added him and then gave it another.
And people were skeptical of us adding Tresor. Because
Right.
they were like, you guys talk about some really deep stuff. Like, no offense, does he take that seriously? Does he have the range? Because he's known as a comedian.
Yeah.
So it's like, does he have the range to actually tap in? And people were like, really? You're going to bring him on? Like, but like, it works.
I can't even lie. That was a.
Tresor has good takes, serious takes too.
That was a narrative season 1 with us. We would talk with certain guests and stuff like that. And I remember Tresor was the first pop-in person I ever did a podcast with that was like, hey, this is like a great guest. And we're trying to think of guests. And I remember being like, we got to get Tresor on. We got to get Tresor, Bucho, Barlin, those types of guys. And then like people being like, oh, does he have the range for some of these things? And it's like, it's funny too, because he hates talking about serious stuff, but he knocks it out of the park every time he does advice or talks about like serious issues. He's
Begrudgingly.
you're an interesting nigga for that shit, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Well, we're here now. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we're still rolling.
Yeah.
Foot on
Yeah.
neck, as the
Yeah.
girls say.
Period.
As the girls
Clap
say.
that
That's no
tea.
breaks.
You know what's so funny? We're so in our bag right now that we didn't do like the intros and stuff and the jersey numbers. We
Oh,
didn't-
shoot. Are we
I love
on
it.
Michael
That
Jordan?
we are on our Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
We're on our
23,
Michael
23.
Jordan.
Oh, wait, hey,
We're
we're
on
on
our
our
LeBron.
LeBron.
We're on
Yeah,
LeBron
we're on
James.
our LeBron.
Yeah.
We are on our
Fred Van Vliet.
I'll throw it in
we're
there.
on our Jordan Crawford.
Darius Miles.
Yeah, there's a few. We're on our what numbers? Draymond Green again.
23.
Yeah, we're on our
Draymond Green.
Draymond.
Yeah.
These are all very strong players.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at this at all. This is a great story to tell.
Oh, hell yeah.
Episode
I would think
23.
23 is the strongest players. Like
Yeah, strongest
Yeah.
players, strong year,
Hell yeah.
or peak. There we go. I love it. What a great story.
Episode 23 is kind of a perfect episode number for today.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
this. But anyways, yes, guys, welcome to episode 23 of the Relentless Diaries podcast. I'm your main host, Zoe.
I'm Tresor.
I'm Clyde.
Mucho.
And let's get into it. Because I know everyone's probably like, when are they going to talk about the concert?
Yeah,
and
so
Zoe's a racial cuck.
Facts.
Let's go.
Yeah, you are.
This might take some time.
I missed that episode and I saw that clip and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is Mucho like? What happened? Why Mucho started?
What happened when I left him
racial
alone?
cucks?
So,
Where do you even? And also, I feel like Mucho was potting.
Yeah.
I don't think he feels that serious about it, guys.
Really?
But
I think
like
he
with
does.
his word choice, he's just potting.
You
I
were
think he's potting.
Were you or were you not potted?
I was being a little bit inflammatory, but I do think that people, especially if you sang along to NLU, I won't even say the name. If you sang along to NLU on Thursday or Friday, you lack principles as a Black Torontonian.
See, here's my rebuttal to that, because this is what I would have said. I completely understand your perspective, and I don't even necessarily think that it's wrong. But I just feel like it's not that serious for the fact that we all listen to music that disses us all the time.
Sure.
Women love misogynistic music. I know gay dudes that love dancehall music. Like, we listen to rappers call us broke, say they're gonna take our girls. Exactly. Like, and just, I feel like it's kind of picky and choosy for like, where does the line draw? And like, why is this the line that got drawn? Because it's like, using that theory, even on Sexy Songs for You, I can't remember the song. I think it's When He's Gone. Drake has a line where
Why
he's
are you
like,
talking to anybody
how you
that's not
tripping over
American?
somebody that's American? So from that perspective, you're saying no one who's American should ever go to Drake's concert. If he plays this song and you sing along to it, you are a racial cuck. No one from America should listen to Drake because he's dissing you on this song. You would never say that.
There
That's-
was pro clutching over that though.
That's a slippery slide fallacy, though. Because it's like, sure, it's the same principle, but there's levels.
But why though? Like what? Just because it's the biggest song? Like if that
No,
song,
because it's, I mean, I don't want to repeat what I said. You could just run the clip back again.
Yeah.
I feel like Torontonians have a little bit of a inferiority complex,
That's fair.
you know, and things like that kind of just feed into it. But I will, and I'll let you give your recap of, you know, how this racial cuck, how she enjoyed Thursday night, which she went to for free, by the way.
We'll talk about
and
it, yeah.
the rest of us said we wouldn't go. But
Okay,
anyway.
we'll get into
All
it.
right, you know what? You start, and then I'll add on.
Let's rewind a little bit, right? So
Oh,
when
you good over there?
Are you okay?
Water. Water.
So let's rewind, right? Initially, when Kendrick had said or announced that he was doing the Grand National Tour with SZA, we spoke about it, right? And I asked the question, would you guys go or not go?
Right.
Mucho stood on, he wouldn't go. We were kind of like playing the line, like,
I was like,
maybe-ish, I don't know. We both agreed we wouldn't pay for it. We both said, like, if it was free, maybe, we'll see how
And-
things play
Oh yeah,
out.
this was months ago when you said that.
Yeah. So
And
we
I said
both
I
that.
probably wouldn't want to go in Toronto, but in general, I can't say I wouldn't go.
Yeah.
That's what
I wouldn't be
said.
mad at you going to New York or something.
That's what I
Detroit.
said. So,
You
you
said
know-
something a little different in the episode before.
Yeah. So then, as you know, time went by, whatever, you know, we talked about the tickets fluctuating, all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't really be inclined to go. And I wasn't really inclined. I wasn't inclined to like buy a ticket last minute.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Kendrick Lamar's music, much of his older music, for sure. I can say that with my chest.
Before
I
he
like
turned
Kendrick,
Judas.
but
Oh, you don't like GNX?
It was okay. Like, I know the songs, but I don't like play them regularly. But I know
Got
them.
you.
And I like SZA's music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So whatever.
You probably like SZA's music more.
Yeah, I would say
be
so.
honest,
In like the last, SOS is a great
SOS
album.
and
SZA got
Control,
some
like
slaps.
those
Yeah,
are probably
she
two of
does-
your most played albums.
Ever? No.
SOS and Control, no.
Ever? No. No. I play them for sure, but most played albums ever? Absolutely not. But yeah, so, you know, cool. We did the episode, you know, Mucho made his statement that went viral, calling, you know, Black Torontonians, if you go, the racial word.
Cucks.
People
Were not using
in
that
that-
at
yeah.
button on us,
And in
man.
that clip-
but talking about us. That's
Yeah, and in
Anyways.
that clip, I said, yeah, I'm not really inclined to go. And I was being honest. I wasn't inclined to go. I had no desire to buy a ticket. Like, I was like, all right, cool. You know, so like I said that. I'll stand on that. I said that. And then that evening, I think it was that evening or the morning after, we received an email from friends at a music label that we have really strong relationship with. And they were like, hey, we have tickets to the show. Would you guys want to go?
Pause real quick.
Yeah.
Are they mixy? Did they see the clip and we're like,
Maybe. And you know what? Maybe. And to be honest, I don't blame them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't blame them
Okay.
at all.
I don't think so. I think that's good for the story.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't think
You don't
so.
think-
I
You don't
think,
think, you don't
I
think
think it's
Dave
just
Free is a
need-
mastermind?
Actually, you want to know something? No, because we
No.
posted the clip, I think, after
okay.
Yeah.
I got the email.
I
Just,
think
just
labels,
a Kawickendig.
Yeah.
labels just have like certain amounts of tickets that they'll give to like media outlets, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Because
Timing was crazy,
Because the
though.
prices were dropping. But keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I saw the email and I was like, shit, that's like really interesting timing.
Sure.
I reached out to the group chat. I said, LOL, guys. Music label, pretty big music label, just offered us tickets to Thursday night's Kendrick show. Mucho said, hell no. Boom. Mucho's out. Clyde didn't even respond.
Yeah, like why are you bothering me
Didn't
with
even-
this
he
shit?
didn't
I
even
told you on the pod
Yeah.
what
He
time
didn't
was.
even respond. Tresor was like, not
I
really.
was like, 50. I'm like
Yeah.
50-50, like 50%, I don't really want to go in
Right.
Toronto. 50%, I got a lot of stuff to do, so I can't even really go
So,
anyway.
so just to expand, we're going to let you finish, but just to expand on the first 50%, why wouldn't you want to go in Toronto?
I just, like, I agree that it's just a bad, like, aura. Like, a bad aura on it. I
this
can
camera
say
on
that. Yeah, I can say that. I just feel like it's just a bad, like, I wouldn't be able to enjoy myself fully because I feel like I'd be, like, being too aware of, like, well, what does it look like that I'm here and there's a lot going on right now in
That
that.
negates everything you just said before.
How?
Because you know what it is.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want the negative.
You didn't want to
aura
be part of the poppy show.
or the backlash.
I got you.
So,
Like, I just didn't want the foolishness and the drama.
Fair enough.
Fair.
Business decision.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I was like, all right, cool. By that point, I'm like, all right, I guess we're not going. So I didn't respond to the email. I just did. I'm like, okay, cool. I guess we're not going. And then, you know, I like spoke to a friend about it. I told him, I was like, hey, like a label got us tickets. He was like, I'm down. And as a kid, I might give them to you to take because like the guys don't want to go, whatever. So like I might give it, you can bring your homie, you guys can maybe hold them, whatever. Because I didn't really want them tickets to go to waste either.
Yeah.
So then, I was kind of playing with it. I told my family group chat and I was like, yo, LOL, it's funny enough, music label offered the pod tickets. My cousin calls me immediately, like 8 o'clock in the morning. She was like, yo, you have to go. And I was like, what are you I'm like, I don't know. I might give them away. And she was like, no, like seriously, like outside of, we know that you love Drake. You've said it multiple times. Your videos have gone viral about you talking about your love. That's fine. She was like, by the end of the day, she's like, you have this platform and you have an audience that listens to you. This is a huge topic. So she was like, take yourself out of it. She was like, you need to go there and tell your audience what the fuck happened in that room.
Woo. Your cousin might need to be a producer.
Right? She was like, I'm
For the
being dead
show,
honest with
yeah.
you. She was like, you need to go because she was like, you and Tresor, she's like, you need to convince Tresor. She's like, Mucho can't go. She's like, I saw the clip. She's like, Mucho, absolutely not. But she was like, tell Tresor, tell Clyde, try to get them on board. One of you guys have to be in that room because it's not going to hit the same if you guys are playing hearsay next week's episode. You guys are reading headlines, you guys looking, but someone has to be in there to experience it and tell us what actually happened. She was like, you have a platform. She was like, act like a fucking journalist if you need to. She was like, go in there and be like, you don't have to have a good time. She's like, you can leave halfway through. She's like, but you have to be there to actively talk about it.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
She was spitting.
She was spitting?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was. She actually was.
She may
Yeah.
need to come to some recordings. Yeah. Like this is.
She actually was
Right.
because this is a much better conversation.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that your cousin convinced you to go.
Right. Okay, cool. So I was like, all right, cool. She's like, yeah, she's like, I'm being serious. She's like, I think you should go. She's like I said, she's like, you don't have to go and like be cool. She was like, wear sweatpants if you want to. She was like, literally just go. She's like, show up late if you want to. She's like, leave early. But she was like, you gotta go tell us what the fuck
You're in there
happened
like the
that room.
KGB, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, cool. She was like, yo, she's like, you're a woman at the end of the day. She was like, I don't think it's really gonna be that political for you.
Yeah,
she
we
was
said
like,
that too.
And she was like, position it is like, yo, this is your business.
Nothing's
Like, you know what
gonna
I'm saying?
happen
Like, you
to
have
you.
to talk about this.
Sure.
So I was like, all right, cool. I'm sold. She's like, I'm proud of you, but she's like, yo, you gotta do this. And I was like, all right, cool. So I told my friend, I'm like, listen, I'm gonna go so we can go together. He was like, I'm down. Cool. So I'm like, yo, but I low-key gotta go like kind of fake incognito. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I know I'm not like super known, but I'm known enough where we just dropped this clip. This clip is doing numbers. People might be like, what the fuck you doing here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's funny because I literally wore like a mini skirt, a big Adidas hoodie, like an oversized Adidas hoodie and sunglasses. So it's funny because like I had my sunglasses on and the hoodie on. When I walked into the Rogers Center, I had it on. And my friend was like, yo, you're like, something like this is not doing nothing. You know what I mean? Like someone's
You
gonna
did
see
shiesty
you.
too.
We
needed a shiesty.
we walk to the gate and all you hear is Zoie! And I was like,
Oh no!
Yeah.
she's like, Zoie, what are you doing here? I was like,
Oh
shit.
no!
All right, cool. So whatever, it's fine. We go, and it's a very, I don't think I've been to a Kendrick specific show, to be honest. Can't tell you last time I saw Kendrick live.
Even this isn't.
Have you
is
seen-
it really Kendrick specific though?
And he's a headliner. It's
he's
him
the
and
headliner?
SZA. Well, it's him and SZA.
No,
Co-headline.
do they like do it at the same? I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
it's
yeah,
co.
it's co-headline. So
Co-headline,
I've never been to like a headlined Kendrick show.
Gotcha.
I don't
But you've
think.
seen Kendrick
But I've
perform.
seen Kendrick
Where'd
live.
you see him perform?
I've seen him perform. He opened at Yeezus.
He did open for Yeezus.
Okay,
I saw him
that's
at
when
that
I
show
really
too.
loved, because that was a Good Kid, Mad City era, and like I really
yeah,
loved
yeah.
Kendrick. So he opened for Yeezus.
I saw him open for Wiz Khalifa like 2012.
Yeah,
wow.
and then did he come out
Real
at
fan?
Schoolboy Q?
I wasn't at that show.
I feel like he came out at Schoolboy Q.
Oh, like
When Schoolboy Q had a
that's
show in
sick
Toronto
guest appearance.
years
What?
ago. I think.
If
I
you
could
came
be
for
wrong.
Schoolboy Q and Kendrick came,
I'm almost positive he came. I could be
Got your
wrong.
money's worth.
yeah.
I could be wrong, but someone correct me if I'm wrong. I could be. But I remember him coming out as a guest at a show.
Okay.
Okay, so
So I've only seen Kendrick twice, but
regardless,
not
this
a
is your
headline
first,
show.
like,
this is
him.
my first
Main
like
Kendrick
main
show. He's the
Kendrick show.
headliner.
Yes. So cool. You know, I go in. I'm like, all right, cool. Da da da. It's vibe. I didn't expect that many non-black people. People told me that
Really?
it was gonna be a lot of white and Asian. I
course.
think I underestimated like how much
You thought
white.
it'd be mostly
Like a
black
sea
people.
of
I thought
white?
it would be like some black faces I could pick out. You know what I mean?
It's a sea of white.
It was giving sea of white.
But yeah,
Avalanche.
I'm not
that was
surprised.
the funniest part of the beef.
But I'm not
Is
surprised.
that Kendrick was saying that, you know, you're not part of the culture, blah, blah, blah. But Drake shows are blacker than Kendrick shows. and they have more black women.
Drake shows can also get white too.
Yeah,
though.
Facts.
like, we're
But-
not gonna act.
But
like,
Drake shows have more black women than Kendrick shows.
They're the two
Facts.
biggest.
Well, yeah, but
they're the two
That
biggest
might be
rappers.
true. That
But that's
might be
apples
true.
and oranges, though. I can't let you do that. That's
What do you
apples and
mean?
oranges.
Why?
Kendrick's music is not for women.
Okay.
So why would women be at Kendrick's shows like that, anyways?
Yeah, but-
Kendrick makes like backpacker type of music. Women don't like that.
I understand.
Compared to Drake, who's hit. The women are gonna be way more at the Drake show.
Women don't like intelligent music.
We do, but a lot of women who I know are like, y'all don't really Kendrick because I'm
How
not
many
into like.
backpacker women listeners do you know? Not
Yeah.
a
I know
lot.
some.
Not a lot.
I know some woman that'll throw on some J. Cole at the
A very
function.
small.
That are-
J.
Yeah.
Cole has more women at his shows than
J.
Kendrick.
Cole's J. Cole's like backpacker light. The girls love J. Cole, but J. Cole's an easy listen. Kendrick
Yeah.
isn't necessarily an easy listen.
Oh, is that
and
correct?
girls like easy listen music. That's all.
right,
Anyways,
yeah.
continue.
As long as
So,
you
yeah.
say so.
The thing I would notice is there wasn't a lot of black people at the show. You know, you could say about like, you know, the price point, you know, maybe black people can't afford it. You
Super
can argue about, you know,
mainstream.
They're the two
mainstream.
biggest rappers in the world. They're gonna have the two largest white fan bases just
Yeah.
off the fact that they're the two biggest.
Right.
Yeah, and
That's-
niggas are not paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars to go
Yeah.
watch nothing.
Yeah.
OVO Fest is pretty like. Of course, there's everybody there, but I see a lot of black people.
I see a lot of
But
black
anybody.
people.
Me too.
Yeah,
but-
for sure.
but
Yeah.
keep
So
going.
yeah, you know, that's one thing I noticed. All right, cool. We got there. I also like. I really don't like stadium shows because I feel like there's a very strong lack of intimacy with the artist, and you're really watching like the screens and like the art rather than the actual artist.
So it feels like you're
Kendrick
watching
is
TV?
so. It literally felt like I was kind of watching TV. But that's most stadium shows, regardless. Even Beyonce,
Yep.
unless you're like super close, like you're not getting an intimate experience.
Right.
Kendrick is also so small, like physically tiny, that it's like seeing him like 5'5" on the stage was like, oh my god, like he can't even command the room because he's so small. But the art was real. I'll give him that. The visuals were fire.
Did it
I will
sound
say
good?
that. It did sound good.
Really?
It wasn't bad.
Kendrick-
it wasn't,
Kendrick
it
is a-
wasn't amazing though.
To me, that's a bigger issue with stadium shows, the sound being really
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
And I've
it was
heard
alright.
about this tour, the sound being a
Yeah.
little
Oh, really?
It wasn't
shaky
like
in certain
great.
areas.
I think
I've heard
Beyonce
that
was
Kendrick
way
is a
better.
great performer prior to the
He's a
stadium
good
tour.
He
performer.
is, yeah, he is.
But I just think like to me, I just
acoustics of
biased
a
against
stadium.
It's an
stadium
ambitious
shows.
production, you know?
Yeah, it's a massive production. And like I said, the art was good. I'll give him that. Like the visuals were good. Like I said,
Dancers
I
were
like.
cool?
Sorry,
The dancers were cool.
dances were cool too. Yeah, I like Kendrick's old music. So you know when he did like "Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe," he did like a weird melodic version of like "Good Kid, Mad City," which was kind of annoying. I'm like, bro, just let the beat drop.
He didn't do the crazy drop.
No,
I
which
hate
I was
when
like,
people
fuck.
do that.
Yeah,
I like
he
that.
did he rapped it, but it was like no.
Was it 'cause
beat.
there was a
I
live
don't
band?
like when artists
No,
do
there was
that,
no live
man.
band.
I
Oh,
don't
there's no
like
live
that.
band.
No, there's no
Wasn't
live
that
band.
a concern that people said about like Drake's last tour that he was like remixing songs?
I think they were more so saying that he kind of karaoke's it. Oh, like he lets people sing a lot of it. you know?
Yeah. What else? He performed like his old song. He did
Did he
poetic.
perform Poetic Justice?
He did perform Poetic Justice, but he did not even let Drake's voice be heard one time.
Of course not.
I reckon that. Literally.
Why do you think he's playing it? To troll him or because he needs to play Poetic
I think he has to
Justice?
play
Yeah, it's a
Poetic
hit.
Justice.
He has to.
It's
You
a
think he
hit.
has to?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I think it's a troll.
I
has
think
to
he
play
has
it.
to.
You got what, a 30-song set list that's
It's one of
mixed in
his
with you
top
and
played
SZA.
songs.
You have to.
He can't get away from
Did he
it.
do fucking problems?
No.
So
But it's his song though. Poetic Justice.
he would,
is his song.
I would say
That's
he
true,
has
too.
to do fucking problems before he has to do poetic justice.
He didn't do fucking problems.
I'm thinking Poetic Justice over fucking Problems.
I agree.
I
So
like that
am I.
song more, but as far I don't
Like,
know.
even in
Fucking
terms of-
Problems
Even
a
though
bigger
he
hit.
did have the best verse on fucking problems.
Does Drake need to play Poetic Justice?
No.
I understand.
Yeah,
I
you- yeah, you've been
No,
right.
Drake
You've
doesn't
been
need.
right.
No,
though.
you're right. Drake does not need to play.
And
doesn't
Poetic
need to,
Justice.
but he-
Rich Baby
he
Daddy
should.
went off too, right?
Yeah,
But he should.
But I also don't think that SZA didn't even have a strong part of that song for her to even do that. With all due respect,
Word.
that song was
It's
Sexy
Red.
Red
Yeah.
and Drake carried that song.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like SZA was on it for a little vibe, but I don't think she needed to perform that either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even my sister was like, "Yo, I even forgot she was on that song."
Yeah,
and I was like,
low-key.
"Facts." Because when they played, I'm like, "Yo, I couldn't even remember how her verse started."
Hot take. I like Slime You Out. A lot of people don't like Slime You Out. I like
I
Slime
like
You
it
Out.
too.
Yeah.
I
She
like
didn't
what that
perform
song means.
Yeah.
Like I like
The African Slaves bar was not very good, but
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the nitty gritty.
All right, keep going.
What's the nitty gritty? Oh, okay, yeah. So like I said, he's performing great songs. You know, I'm vibing. You know, his old, like I said, I like his old music. Cool. You know what I'm saying? And then SZA comes on. And the thing is, I won't lie too, and people can come for me if they want to.
Yeah.
The crowd reacting when SZA came on was stronger than when Kendrick came out.
More SZA fans. There's more SZA
think.
fans.
And I think, and I told him, I'm like, listen to the crowd every time SZA come on versus when I'm like, and I think a lot of the women there, I will say, I think were there for SZA. Because even
Probably
the women,
99%.
because even the women who were sitting around us, like they would sit during Kendrick's set.
Wow.
Does she have more star presence on stage than Kendrick?
A little bit, yes. Because she moves
really?
around a lot too. She has the dancers. She does choreography.
Hey, clip that.
She does choreography, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she'll dance around more. She, like, there's a part where she, like, flew in the air when she performed Nobody Gets Me. She was like a fairy.
But that's is that her or is that her production being better?
It could be both.
Because I think Kendrick has more presence than SZA, but SZA probably has better productions that make it look better.
You're
than
right.
Kendrick.
Because
You're right. You're right. You're right.
SZA's not a renowned performer.
Yeah.
But her music connects with women in a crazy way.
But I
Yeah.
think
Crazy
people that
way.
were in the audience, like as Zoe said, were more catered to seeing SZA perform.
Because it's more of a show. Because I also think Kendrick has the like rapper ego where he's like, I want to rap everything, no backing track. I want to be on the stage by myself. Like, and that doesn't make for the best show.
Yeah, that's fair. But he did have dancers that came out quite a bit. When he performed All Right, that's the one time I recorded. I didn't post it. That's the one time I took my phone out at the show. When he
So why
performed All
did you
Right.
post it?
I'm just not gonna. I just wanted to like remember, like, this was a sick. He had like kind of like a 3D like photo of like a whole bunch of like black men.
Yeah.
And it looked like they were like coming out of the screen. It was fire.
Oh, okay.
I'll admit that. That part was like, I'm like, okay, this is like a sick ass visual. I won't lie.
Didn't he also like have like this like the green screen almost of himself like put in the background like of things.
Yeah.
I
And
thought
he had
that
like
was
the money, power, like all that stuff.
I
yeah.
was watching that and I couldn't figure out how they were doing that.
Yeah, and like I said, the crowd was they were responding pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. The crowd also felt young as well. Felt a little bit young for sure. So okay, conscious going on. That he performed like reincarnated man. The grandma. Yeah, this is where I'm like, I'm gonna get another drink because
it is the GNX tour.
Let me
yeah,
go
I
get a
literally went to
drink.
get a drink for that. So conscious going like they did 30 for 30. They did what are their just joint song they had? They did All the Lights, or All the Stars, whatever. So you can kind of see like now we're creeping into the banger territory.
Okay.
Yeah.
And obviously banger territory means diss tracks.
Right.
Because you said he's kind of riding the wave, right? So now we're getting to the concert's we're getting towards the end of the concert. He hasn't performed
So you're getting towards the end of the concert and he hasn't done Euphoria?
So he drops Euphoria. Euphoria, I would say I love that song.
Great song.
It's
But
a
that's
great
where
song.
he does the Toronto accent and do Ho King
Exactly.
and
I
everything.
think Euphoria is the best song of the beef.
You think it's better than Family? Yeah,
I
we're not
would say
gonna do
it's
it, but-
between Family Matters and Euphoria, if I'm being
yeah,
dead ass.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
I
They
think
were the
so.
best songs,
I agree with
100%.
that.
Euphoria is a great song.
Yeah.
So when Euphoria, I'm like, okay, cool. Euphoria, I was singing along. I like that song.
He
I'm not
did
gonna lie.
he did it in its whole entirety.
Did the from
like front to
minute
back.
and 1 to 7 minutes.
Holy
He did the
smokes.
entire
He's a
thing.
sicko.
Jeez.
He's a
Did the
sicko.
whole thing, straight rapped it. And when he got the Toronto accent part, he had the words flashing
Like Crody.
like Cody.
On the
and
screen?
Yes!
Jesus.
That pissed me off, I won't
I don't
lie.
like that shit.
That pissed me off, I won't lie. It was like, don't speak on the family, Crody, and it would like flash like Crody, and I was like, oh!
And those 20-year-old brown youths like, tell them.
Crody!
Tell them. Yeah, tell them, King Kendrick. All right, come on, what we
And I
doing?
was like, shit. That part, I was like, but, and like, the camera was of him, and he was
What we
like
doing?
rapping. And
Those
then
are the kids that do like the interviews in the mall in the crazy Toronto accent.
Yeah. So like, come on, and don't speak on the family.
What
be
school
like,
in
Crody.
Saga has the best things?
Yeah.
Those people.
So
Kelly
that,
doesn't know that's who he's performing to.
Yeah.
You can W.
yeah, that's the part. And you want to know something? The one song that like really had a strong, and I don't really know that song like that. Cause I'm, what song is this? The song with him and Baby Keem. I had to look back at it.
Oh, Family Ties?
Family
no,
Ties.
is it Family?
That's a
has to
stadium song.
Smoking on your top 5 tonight. That's
I don't remember what it was
Hillbillies?
called. But I just remember like,
Jumping
he-
that. Some of that
Yeah,
bitch.
Oh, yeah,
that's-
Family Ties will go
That's hard.
crazy in a
Yeah,
stadium.
Yeah.
I didn't know that song like that. So when I just the stadium.
That's a concert song.
Smoking on your top 5
I was
tonight.
like, yeah, and I was like, bro, I feel
That's a
waste
great
because I'm like,
song.
I don't really know this song very long, but like the people were going.
You
hard,
don't
like,
know that song?
Not like that.
Honestly, that
And
is the song
whole
I'd want to
floor
see in the
was
stadium.
like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
Like, you saw,
yeah,
like,
That
the
song was
like,
made for festivals.
Yes,
Holy.
yes, it absolutely was.
Yeah, the crowd
I-
reacted to that one.
Hot take, but like that song and him and Baby Keem linking up like changed the trajectory of his career.
I agree.
It put him back in the
Oh,
younger.
yeah.
Put him back with the younger people for
Yeah,
sure.
he
Yeah.
needed that energy.
Watch the Mr. Morales.
So come on.
So,
Where they did
anyways,
that
yeah, Stuffers, it's wrapping up. And also, sorry, in between, like a part of like their production, they kind of do like
skits.
Skits, yes, but it's like him and SZA are both in what's it called? Like a interview with like a police officer.
Deposition.
Deposition. And that's like they kind of like throw that in between the show. And it kind of goes black, and then Kendrick, like the skit comes on the screen, and it's like the officers ask him like, oh, like, does it sound familiar to you? Drop, drop,
Oh,
drop,
yeah.
drop, drop. And then like Kendrick like looks up and he laughs, and then it goes black, and then you hear, psst, I see dead people. And I was like, fuck.
Like that was good.
And I won't lie, that was kind of fire.
That's hard, that's
that
hard.
was
That is hard. I don't like how hard it
I don't
is.
like
though.
how hard that
It
was
is.
either, 'cause
It
I was
definitely
like, fuck.
is, though. That's
And
tough.
then it just went, whole crowd, like, exploded. Exploded.
It exploded. It was lit. It was crazy.
I immediately like sunglasses hood on for that one. I was like, all right, we gotta chill. The only part that I rapped was sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Then I held it down. I had to rap that bar though. I had to rap that bar.
That's
So I was
like in
all
the
right,
club when the girl does the like little two shake and sits down.
Yeah, literally. That was me. So I was like, all right, cool. And he was rapping and people were like, and it also made me uncomfortable seeing so many non-black people say they not like us. Cause what do you mean?
Well,
That's what I was mentioning before.
Like, what do y'all mean? They not like us. What does that mean? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I feel you.
So anyway, listen, they were having a great time. I was like, all right, the crowd's really bumping it. It was the one more time chant after that got me. Like
Yeah.
people were chanting one more time. And I was like, all right, guys. have
How
some
aggressive?
shit.
Did he do it?
He didn't.
Oh,
He
okay.
didn't.
So
he didn't.
I will say this though, right? Like, to me, like the shocking part is not the fact that that song went off in Toronto. That song would go off anywhere in the world.
Fair.
There's grandparents that know that song
Yeah.
and don't even know who Drake is.
Fair.
You know, the impressive part on Kendrick's end is that that song is so big.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's a diss song that became big.
Massive.
And then, you know, he returned to his LA roots, hit up Mustard, blah blah blah, and he made a banger for once in his life.
Okay,
Like,
for once
that-
in his life is crazy. He's
before
had bangers.
before that, he didn't have any. We've been through this. He didn't have any bangers that you could play at black parties. He didn't have any. He literally didn't have any before Not Like Us. GNX,
Fun bangers, you mean?
well, at parties, like at events,
Yeah,
like
fun bangers,
not
'cause they were
King
playing
Kunta,
Alright.
nigga. Like all right,
Alright
fine.
would play at
Yeah,
parties.
BLM
Yeah.
fine, but at
They play
events,
Humble.
Humble.
man, niggas not
Humble
trying to
and
hear
DNA don't-
Humble.
They're not trying to hear, but
Not
they played
anymore,
it.
but they
But
did.
they did
Man.
play
Humble
it.
and DNA don't count.
It was in the
DNA
set.
don't count,
Mad
bruh.
City was in the set. at a point in time.
Mad City could kind of work, but
Mad
not
City was definitely in
Swimming
the set.
pools?
It was in the set.
Swimming pools?
Swimming pools was in the set.
at a black event. Pour
Yeah,
up, drink,
I can
pour
see
up,
that.
drink.
Mucho, I do think like
it was in
when
the
these
set.
songs came out.
Okay.
When they were hot, I do think they were in the rotation.
Fair enough,
They
but,
were.
but not to the level of the bangers that Drake has, or bangers
can
like
five,
not,
10 years
You're
later.
right.
or
that's
bangers
true.
like Not
Yes.
Like Us.
Yes.
That's
You're
Not-
true.
right, you're right like that. Yeah.
And then,
Timeless
and
music.
then to give Kendrick credit as well, with GNX, he had 3 more of them.
yes.
TV off.
I will give
TV
you
off,
that,
squabble
yes.
up. It makes the music. It makes me dance. Like
The
that
sample's
shit.
crazy, yeah.
He
You're right, you're
returned,
right.
and that's what I was alluding to with the Baby Keem link up too. Shit kind of changed. So I think the impressive part is that Not Like Us is big, but again, you could play that anywhere and it'll ring off.
Yeah.
Academics is like Drake needs to return to his roots in Houston now because Toronto rang off with Not Like Us. Not Like Us will ring off in Houston too.
Yeah. No,
sure.
literally.
Anywhere.
Literally.
And I do want to say too, a lot of the Toronto blog pages, not all of them, but a decent amount of them, were kind of gassing what was happening.
Right.
In what way?
They're like,
What,
yo,
the things outside of the
yeah,
stadium and everything.
Toronto's turning their back on Drake and blah blah blah. Bruh, you just talked about the demographics of the show.
Yeah.
I said what I was talking about last week.
But also
that
think about
Lakeshore
it.
West train's
A
gonna be
lot of
packed.
those Toronto blog pages, who follows them?
Drake.
It's non-black people.
Oh yeah, facts. Exactly.
Like that's
exactly.
the demographic of those pages.
Yeah, they're trying
Right.
to-
Like
Listen,
Yeah.
like again.
do you guys still follow Six Buzz?
No.
Because I don't.
Nah,
I
I mean,
think I do.
I do, but I don't just see it often. I can't lie. I think the voice of the streets now is Keep Six Solid.
Oh, word?
You might be
It's
on-
not. It's
Well,
not
they
Six Buzz
reposted
anymore.
us.
They posted
I
us.
think you're spot on.
Shout out to Six Buzz. They helped me get where I'm at.
Got you.
But
I've
when
had
it,
my moments.
but when it comes to the voice of the streets now in Toronto,
Yeah, it's
it's
not
Keep
them for
Six
sure.
Solid 100%.
Interesting. I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I feel like I think Keep Six Solid's a little bit more. You're right. They little bit raw.
Yeah.
They're a little like less.
They
like,
have their ears
They
to
remind
yeah.
you of early Six Buzz days.
Kinda,
right?
yeah.
But yeah, I didn't want to get too off topic. So you could finish how the event went.
Yeah.
So it ended like
And,
that.
They ended.
They did like Luther after.
They
Probably,
did. I
right?
think they ended with Luther. I think it ended with Luther.
Gloria.
Yeah. And then that was pretty much it. I mean, I see people writing like, "Oh, it was a 10 out of 10." I'm gonna be very honest, and this not just come saying it was a good show, but it wasn't like amazing. It was decent.
Right.
Like I said, I'm also biased. I don't like stadium shows. It's like it was okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there were times I'm like, okay, this is great. There's times like I don't really care.
I don't even like arena shows.
Yeah, consistently to me, it wasn't like engaging. Even some sister songs, I was like, ooh, I need to
If
get
you
into
had
my
paid
bag.
for this show, would you be disappointed?
I wouldn't have paid for it regardless.
No. I'm saying like if you
Like if
were,
you paid like what, like $50, that's what it was selling for. Yeah.
Okay, come on, you're so shady. I wouldn't have paid for the show because I'm not that strong enough of a Kendrick and like I like SZA, but also I think I like SZA's music better not live.
Got you.
Yeah.
I think her music hits harder to me like in the car or like listening to my headphones.
She's
but like
headphone music.
her live, I'm like okay, cool, but I'm not like
Yeah.
crazy about it. She's also a good performer though, so I'll give her that.
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, it was just interesting to see how people reacted to.
So can we get to the root of this in general, I guess, like a common thread that we've seen?
Go ahead.
Did you think that show was a bad look for Toronto? You first.
Bad look? No.
Why not?
Like you said, at the end of the day, there are some people who generally don't care about this beef. There's some people who are like, I've spoken to like, yo, listen, like I don't. It's funny because when I saw our friend at the label, she was like, I'm like, yo, I'm the only host who made it. She was like, why not? Like at the end, it's just good music. But I'm like, listen, they have principles. They want to stand on it. They're just here to be investigative journalism. Keep my eye. You know what I'm saying? I hear it. But some people just don't care. Like people listen. Like it is what it is. Like they both make great music.
Right.
Whatever.
And you guys could correct me if I'm wrong because you guys are more neutral than I am, right? I could admit when I have a bias, but I would say that the majority of Black Torontonians didn't support that show.
I would say so.
I don't know because a lot of people were posting it on
And
their
if
close
they went,
friends.
they went begrudgingly.
They went
Yeah.
and they tried to kept it
A
very
lot of
low.
people were
math on
posting
this?
on their
Like-
close friends.
A lot of people were posting on their close
And
friends.
also,
Yeah.
I feel like
I feel like everybody was there. I'm
Like
not
they were
gonna lie.
hiding that they went.
and
I
also
was having conversations with people yesterday that were mentioning your clip to me. They're like, "Yo, Mucho's crazy," and I'm like, "Yeah, we're gonna talk about it on the pod." You know, Zoe went, and they were like, "Oh, Zoe went," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah, I have people
and
saying,
then they go, "Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was there too, fam."
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of
But
that.
I also-
Do you think they were there because they're big fans of either SZA or Kendrick? Or do you think they were there because of his ascendance in 2024?
The people that I spoke with, I think, are Kendrick Lamar fans,
And
and I know
I
them,
think-
so I know that they are deep-rooted Kendrick
all right, let me
fans.
meet y'all in the middle. If you're a giant Kendrick Lamar fan, or more likely, or also a SZA fan, and you were there, and you chilled out for Not Like Us, you're good in my books.
I think it's two
If you're
things.
over there yelling that at the top of your lungs, I rate you less.
Yeah, I think it's two things. I think one, a lot of people that didn't go, I don't think it was a stand on principles thing. It was like when everybody was saying boycott Gucci, but no one bought Gucci anyways.
Oh yeah.
It's
They
like
wouldn't
you
have been
weren't
there.
buying those tickets regardless. So you saying I'm not going, it falls on
Also
deaf
going to the
ears because
concert.
you weren't
But
gonna
let me-
go anyways. And
Facts.
then
Yeah.
two. Oh god damn! I just lost my train of thought. Say what you're saying.
No, but facts. But I do want to say this about Kendrick and his team. The way they played 2024 is so fucking genius.
Masterful.
Yeah.
Because at the same time, too, the fact that you are co-headlining with SZA,
Yeah,
nobody can tell who's there for who.
yeah,
Ooh,
That's
like,
true, too.
you actually can't tell.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
If you see black women in the crowd, I think it's more likely that they're there for SZA.
Probably.
Yeah.
But it's not definitive.
Right.
Yeah.
People could paint anything. Now they're gonna pan to the crowd when Not Like Us plays. If you play Not Like Us in the middle of anything that a lot of people are at, people are gonna vibe to it.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'll say about Not Like Us, to me, this is more indicative of how Toronto's better together. I have never heard Not Like Us at a black-leaning Toronto event in my life.
Oh, that's a lie. Come on, Mucho.
I haven't.
Yeah, Mucho,
have?
come on.
I have.
Oh,
Absolutely.
When the LA
When it-
DJ came or whatever?
No, Mucho. There's been Toronto DJs who played. No,
I've never
no.
seen it.
Mucho.
Have you?
Yes.
Have you?
I
When
have,
Not Like
but I
Us-
don't go out
I
like
have.
you guys.
When
have.
Not Like
I
Us
have.
dropped,
Do you know how often I go out?
Mucho, we were at a party where it played and you were like, ah!
Oh yeah, because that was an American DJ.
No, it wasn't.
Or that was a That was American DJs that were there. Like
It was a DJ that we both know very well.
was that Toku?
That wasn't. I don't think Toku dropped it.
Who was it?
I'm not gonna say, but I'm almost like I'm.
But
almost,
I remember that he was trolling because there was American DJs with him. Apart
Maybe.
from that, Zoe, you've never heard Not Like Us in Toronto.
You don't really hear it. No.
now.
No,
I've
but when
never
it
heard it.
dropped,
I've heard
I
it
did
before
hear
at
it.
events before.
You don't
Yeah,
hear
because
it
you go to
much.
white events. But black leading Toronto events, I've never heard it.
You don't really hear
I
it.
know
And
for
even
sure.
if- okay,
I've
fine.
heard it.
I think
know
he's
I've
right.
heard it.
I
Listen,
think he's
even
right.
if you heard it,
Now, no.
Okay, maybe I'm being too absolute. Even if you heard it 2 or 3 times, I don't know.
You don't hear
That
it
is
often.
way less than
Yes.
any other city.
For sure.
Yes.
For
Yeah,
sure.
you don't
All right,
hear
maybe
it
I was
often.
being too absolute.
Yeah,
I've-
to say you've never heard it out in
except for
I've heard
except
it.
for that one time, which I think it was just American DJ was trolling, and everybody got mad. But I saw the blowback. People got mad. It
I don't
happened.
know. Okay.
Yeah.
If you say
But
so.
yeah, the last thing I'll say about it is I think just in general, a majority of people that go to concerts just like going to concerts.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily they love. You probably like this artist, you don't love them, but you love going to concerts, so you're gonna go.
But people think that Drake can't go to LA and sell out are actually stupid. Drake
They-
can go to LA and still sell
It's
out.
not bad.
I don't, but I don't
come
like.
on, what are we doing?
I don't like that narrative either that Toronto people say when they're like, "This is why Toronto's so whack because
Yeah. They're being extra.
LA would never support Drake doing blah blah blah." Yes, they will. Yes, they will.
Cap.
Drake can go do a show in LA tomorrow. It will sell out, and people will sing word for word.
Bro,
Facts.
every time you go to Cali, they play the motto. They play "Who Do You Love?"
They play bare Drake songs.
But those
Yeah.
are like, I'm just saying, those are like Cali type of songs.
And I
Like,
swear
they-
Drake is like in LA right now. I saw something of him. I don't know if that was on purpose that he went like during the time of the show, but
Yeah.
I saw blogs about Drake in Hollywood at some club.
Oh,
Like
so-
when people were talking about Drake can't go to LA and like stop it, bro. It's
Yeah,
music.
like,
This is not
literally.
real beef.
Which I think so.
I mean, I think it's real beef a little bit.
Sorry, go ahead, Trey.
I think it was only. I think it was you or somebody that said it. But like Kendrick will always perform the diss song versus Drake, who will go on tour. He won't perform any of the diss songs.
No,
He
that's-
will just perform his.
He doesn't
bangers.
need
No,
to.
I mean, if I
his diss songs-
if,
I mean,
if I
Push
said
Not the
that, I'm
same.
capping because he went to Philly and played back to back. He did the
But he
same.
eventually was
Kendrick,
kind of
though.
like.
Oh, with Kendrick.
He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't take Family Matters into
Oh,
the sets.
in
Did he, when he went to
Australian
Australia?
stuff?
I don't think he.
No,
I could be wrong.
no.
but I don't
Probably
think he
not.
did.
I don't even think he still does back to back. But Kendrick's gonna do Not Like
Yeah,
Us for the rest
probably
of his life.
not. And even that, I was thinking.
I seen him run back to back.
I was thinking about
did he?
back to back
At the show?
And I-
Recently?
No, not recent. I mean, like when it was going on.
Yeah,
for
I don't-
sure,
I'm saying
yeah,
not
yeah.
anymore.
I was thinking about back to back, and I feel like what they're saying about Kendrick isn't that kind of unfair because when back to back came out, Drake was dropping that everywhere, right? Wasn't the Revenge tour or Summer 16 tour was off the back of back to back?
Well,
wasn't it?
2015 he dropped back to back, but Summer 16 was like shortly after. Yeah.
Or OVO Fest when he did
OVO
all
Fest
the
2015
memes
he had
and stuff.
Yeah, he had all the memes.
So
and
like,
shit,
of
yeah.
course, if you have a smash hit diss song, you're gonna milk it.
Yeah.
But
So I-
when Meek went to jail and he was on tour with all that, he retired it and was like, "I'm not doing the songs anymore."
Yeah, that's fair.
So the
You can't
okay,
fight back,
la-
but
last thing I'll
anyways.
say about all this: how did you guys feel about the reception of the clip that we dropped?
It was a very mixed bag. People
Fam,
got
didn't you
really,
get death threats?
people
mixed.
got really racist.
Yeah.
People
Yeah,
calling
they
you like a
got-
Somalian
I
pirate.
took my head off. They're like, "You dirty Somali." I'm like,
I was
"Yeah."
like,
God, God,
people
damn.
are really fucked.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
wanted to fight, but I was like, let me just relax.
Yeah,
let me
you-
relax. Let me relax in the comments. Let me not fight in the
Good for
comments.
you, growth.
But I was like, people are calling you like, oh, this East African, this Somalian, this. I'm like, whoa.
Were they black?
Yeah, it
the
was
people
weird.
saying that?
Like,
Yeah, for sure. And
Probably
they're not
black.
helping the fact that I think that Kendrick was being divisive by doing that. They're not helping that rhetoric.
you're
But
not-
do you think your clip was divisive though?
Oh, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. Free was on my ass.
Free was on your
Yo,
ass.
she DM'd me 20 times. I'm like, yo, can I answer once?
Do you think it was divisive though?
It was definitely throwing divisive rhetoric. Like there was some fuel on the
Yeah,
fire.
I was
You were
sure,
potting
yeah.
a little bit.
I was definitely adding fire to
Yeah.
fire. I was being inflammatory.
Right.
For sure, but he started it.
That's hilarious.
Anyways, let's move on.
That's
man.
right. I love that. Yeah.
Regardless,
But I will say this too, like, you know, I don't like when people use Somali as an insult.
Yeah.
I don't like when people say you look Somali.
it's rude.
As-
What is
as-
that
yeah,
supposed to
So
mean?
when I say shit like that, I just retweet it and like it because, like, I also don't like when people that are not Somali or not from a certain country be like, yo, no, I'm not. Like, because then it sounds like you're dissing them too.
Right.
So if you say
like,
that,
how dare you try to
we're all African. It's lit. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Shout out to all of them.
But I mean, like I said, people can, oh my God, da da da. My mom was like, you have no principle. If you go to the concert, I'm like, girl, name me 5 Kendrick and Drake songs right now.
Your mom said you're a cuck too.
Like she's just literally just hopping on this train, but whatever. Like I said, like I went just to be able to have this moment and actually share my genuine experience. Like I said, yeah, for sure. It was a good show, but do I think it was a 9 out of 10? No.
Yeah.
You know, people were like, oh my God, a 10. No, I personally don't think so. It was a cool, like maybe like 6.87.
Yeah.
And I said that, you know, because maybe my friend at the end, he's like, yo, what do you rate it? And I was like, yeah, I think I got 6.87. Like, that's dead ass. And I'll stand on that. But I said it was.
We're never getting the Drake look.
Why? I'm just being honest.
Nah.
I think Drake would appreciate my honesty.
She didn't pay to go.
And I'm still a Drake fan at the end of the day. Yeah. Like, I'll stand on everything I said about Drake being the best artist.
He might DM you and call you a goof.
Oh, we can talk about that too. We have Jagmeet Singh versus Drake now. Really? Which is like, I didn't fully get it.
I don't know if it's going to be a thing like that.
For those who don't know, Jagmeet Singh is an ex-politician in Canada. He used to be the leader of the NDP party, which is one of our big parties for federal elections that like almost never win.
It's like the third place.
Literally.
Like
they're
falling off right now.
NDP.
Yeah, and Jagmeet Singh was the leader of that party. He's ran for prime minister, 2-3 times? Twice. Lost every time. And
in resounding fashion.
Jagmeet Singh was seen at the Kendrick Lamar show.
Also a famous Mucho tweet.
Oh, yeah.
What famous mutual tweet?
She jagged my meat till I sing.
Oh, God. Yes. Anyways, so annoying. So ridiculous. But
Bars.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So, yeah, as I said, Drake screenshotted, posted on his story, his DMs with Jagmeet Singh. There was one DM from maybe a year or so ago where he was thanking Drake for the follow, because I guess Drake followed Jagmeet Singh.
Being a fan, yeah.
And then Drake messaged him and called him a goof. He said, you're a goof. But no other context was given.
And posted it on the screen.
And he screenshotted it, posted it on his story. Now it's hitting every hip-hop media outlet, blog, Keep 6 Solid, 6 Buzz, Complex. It's hitting everything.
Drake's taking the Kendrick feud political.
Yeah. What do I think about it? Like, hey, man, everyone has free will. Do I think it's necessary? No, because who gives a fuck about Jagmeet Singh? With all due respect. But I mean, hey, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean...
He's allowed to take things personal if he wants to.
Yeah.
That's cool. But...
Posting it is a little crazy, even though, of course, I agree with that.
Right.
If you're a fan of dude, why are you there? You're a public-facing figure.
I'm a fan of him, and I was there.
Yeah, you were chilling like this. You were there for investigative journalism.
I had my hood down, like my eyebrows.
What journalism was Jagmeet Singh doing?
Oh, maybe not.
Exactly.
Is Mark Carney going there?
No.
That's not a fair comparison.
Why?
Do you think Mark Carney even listens to hip hop?
Is Justin Trudeau going there?
Do you think Justin Trudeau even listens to
You
hip
think
hop?
Jagmeet Singh listens? Justin Trudeau's son's a hip hop artist.
Yeah. I think Justin Trudeau listens to Drake.
I think POC people are way more inclined to listen to hip hop than these old white dudes.
True.
That's not a far shot.
Yeah.
Like I said, Justin Trudeau's son is like an R&B artist.
That's like being, well, obviously on a smaller scale. Like, obviously you're gonna see Obama at a concert before you see Trump at a concert.
Oh, for sure.
Facts.
Like,
I mean,
Is it weird to say, like, during these trade wars tensions, it makes it even look even worse?
that Jagmeet Singh was there?
Yeah.
No, I
How?
think I think it. Yeah.
You know?
I
Because
agree.
we should be pro-Canada right now.
I feel like
We should be unified. I agree.
He is a goof for it, but you shouldn't have posted it, though.
Do you think you should have messaged him at all?
No.
Yeah, message him. Yeah.
so
I
is
don't
there?
do you think they even have that? I don't think
That's
you
what I
should
was
have
gonna say. Are they
messaged him.
even boys?
Yeah.
If they're not boys, then
He just followed him and he was a fan. That's
yeah. If they're not boys, then
I promise you.
You're
I
actually
don't-
holding
my
it
bad.
against
Yeah,
him.
you know what? You're
It's
right.
chess on
Like-
Drake's part. Then.
Yeah.
There's no reason to message him.
There's
Yeah.
no reason.
I
to.
promise you only posted it
But
really
like
just for attention.
the feeling, I understand though.
Yeah, I don't think Drake should. I don't think Drake should have even said shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some things, I really believe you noted, and if Jagmeet Singh ever even said his name, I'd be like, "Hey, we ain't cool."
Yeah, that was too many people.
you could not
That's
rate
how my bag is. You know what I'm saying? Like some things I'll call out, but some things you peep it and you keep it.
Yeah.
And then for next time, if they want to say your name or claim something about you, be like, hold on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I peep that
agree.
shit.
Because
I understand the sentiment, but posting was crazy.
Because also, I feel like it's kind of like I get why he did it, but I feel like it's kind of punching down. Because Jagmeet Singh is not about to go back and forth with Drake.
For sure.
Like
And
he's not going to say anything.
We
to
have
you.
to explain who Jagmeet Singh is to probably like 70% of our listeners. You know what I'm saying? So it's like who cares? It's a major punch down. Like I said, who the fuck really knows what has Jagmeet Singh really done?
You guys are spitting. That's true.
Like, what's his impact really been? If it was like maybe like Justin Trudeau, sure, he was the fucking prime minister.
Right.
But like, what is Jagmeet Singh's influence for Drake to feel like he even needs to like tell this nigga nothing?
This is all due respect. Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah,
Note that shit and move, keep it pushing.
Jagmeet's like a good idea, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Like
sounds
a guy
good.
that's
at
left leaning, that isn't, the liberals and stuff. Like, he's just kind of a great concept, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's that on that. And other Toronto stuff, Smiley dropped his album with Drake. Not with Drake, sorry. Smiley dropped an album. And one of the songs that are now, of course, skyrocketing is his song featuring Drake called Mr. Tumaza. Mucho has his hands up in glory.
I'm in Barrie, Muskoka, and Brampton. Fuck Hollywood in the Hamptons.
Hey, you want to know something about that bar?
Yeah, Miss Brampton, what you got to say?
Yeah, Peel Region
What?
Princess.
Flower City.
To me, it's like, hey, don't get me wrong, Drake has called out Brampton before, but let's not act like niggas are in Brampton. Right. You guys are not in Brampton. Brampton people are in Brampton. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Peel Region Princess. I'm from Brampton, born and raised.
Yeah.
You niggas talk shit about Brampton all the time. But now I'm seeing every tweet is, I'm in Barrie, Muskoka. No, the fuck you're not. No, the fuck you're not.
Yeah. Don't come back to this side when you guys been
When you
dissing.
guys been dissing, but now because Drake says he's in Barrie, Muskoka, and Brampton, man's gonna act like.
But I'll say this though. I know you're talking about people in general. Drake been on that. Got these women bickering from Heart Lake Road to Pickering.
Yeah.
That's
But my
true.
thing is,
That's true.
with all due respect, when's the last time you think Drake has stepped foot into Brampton?
Probably, or Barrie, or Muskoka.
I don't know.
I think he's importing more than he's exporting himself.
100%. But
Yeah,
my
yeah.
point is, when's the last time you think Drake has stepped his 2 feet?
It's probably been years.
onto the
years.
Brampton
Hold on.
border?
Years.
To me, I'm the type of person that hears a bar like that, and I'm like, oh, Drake's got a cottage in Muskoka then, probably.
Cap!
No.
You don't think?
No, he doesn't.
You don't-
Yeah.
So we don't
Yeah.
think Drake
You think he
has a
does?
cottage
No.
in Muskoka.
Come on,
You
no.
don't think
No.
all of OVO members are going up to Muskoka
No.
once in a
No.
while that they don't got a
No.
property
I
yet?
got footage of
No.
Steph Curry in Muskoka.
Okay.
His wife's also Canadian.
Drake's Canadian.
Drake has a.
But my thing is, I would understand Steph Curry going to Muskoka
As a
with
novelty.
Aisha Curry's
As a
family,
novelty.
maybe.
He goes there to golf all the time.
as a
Does
novelty.
Drake golf?
No.
Oh no.
Drake has a plane. Why would he be in Muskoka at a cottage? He
it's
has a
nice.
plane.
If he wants,
But
like that.
if niggas could go to the Hamptons, why can't we go to Muskoka?
Because it's not the same.
But my thing is, but hold
It's
on,
not the
hold
same.
on.
That's like saying, why would you go to Venice Beach when you could go to Wasaga? It's not the same.
It's not the same. But also, what I will say is, Drake is a rap artist, right? And rap is very big in the Black American culture. Drake has spent a lot of his career in America, rightfully so.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Even when he was a kid,
Drake
right?
wasn't really in Toronto like that up until maybe 5-ish years ago when he
COVID
built
times?
his house.
Yeah, after the house.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Drake
right.
wasn't really in Canada like that.
Yeah.
The amount of times we've seen Drake in Toronto does not compare to, when Drake was at his peak.
Right.
He wasn't really here like that. Now he's here a lot.
Right.
Because he lives here. It's his home base between, I think, now here
You're
and
saying COVID is when that happened?
Well, what? 2019 he
I
started
feel like-
putting his house? 2018,
I feel like
2019?
views, he was here a lot.
I agree with that too.
I think you have to-
All-Star
I think-
Weekend, like that whole run
Yeah,
and
I think
everything, he
you have
was
to
here a
stretch
lot.
it. I think you have to stretch it to his.
But
peak.
he wasn't popping out though. Like,
But yeah, Drake
you'd
pops
see
out
him
here.
at- you'd see
Drake
him-
would be at
Actually,
regulars, bro.
I can't lie. Zoe, you're the expert on this. So
And I feel like that,
Yeah, you-
what you're talking about, is
know.
way before 2020.
I would say, okay.
I feel like when he stopped living in Miami is when he started popping out in Toronto.
I think
more
Zoe's
often.
right. It's
I
like
would say,
regular
like,
pop
maybe-
outs.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
bro, I'm
Like
telling you.
you'll see Drake maybe pop out at a concert. He'd pop out for All-Star Weekend. He'd pop out for that. But
Major events.
now-
You're talking about All-Star. Of course,
Yeah.
All-Star Weekend. Drake, he's the global ambassador of the Raptors. He has to be there. But you weren't seeing Drake at fucking regulars on the
I'm
top
thinking
floor.
about all the weekends that I would kind of see him like at these events, and it was like OVO Fest.
Or just
Urbana.
super low.
But you, like
You
I
might
said,
be right,
my
you're
point
right.
is, I've seen Drake walk through the door at regulars on a random fucking Thursday.
Drake's popping out to Hassan's comedy
I'd be
show.
working
He
at
wasn't
Yeah,
doing that.
like
I'd be
the
working at
dancers.
Cactus Club and he'd pull up and stuff. That was before
Yeah,
COVID,
like
though.
low.
I
like
just
low.
think
And that was the finals. You know what?
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah.
You're
in the,
right. You're right.
in the last couple years, Drake has really emphasized him being like he's been seeing Toronto all the time. You know what I'm saying? Before that, he wasn't really in Toronto the way he is now, and that's fine. I'm not docking him for that. But like I said, he was building a name for himself. You got to use the U.S.
Yeah.
But
Gotta
now
use
it just feels like oh my God, Drake's in Brampton. So like we're okay, man.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
It feels like a handout.
So what about this? Would you give him that maybe it's an Uber Black from the airport? Let me stop by Brampton real quick and
I don't
scoop
think he's
him.
stopping in Brampton.
No, he's probably
You're not
bringing
stopping
them.
at
Like
Send
I
a
called
truck.
you an Uber
Send
Black.
a truck from
He
Brampton.
was
Yeah.
he was rapping about pulling up like to Jungle with like a Bugatti and stuff like that.
Jungle's not in Brampton, though.
I know, but I'm saying I don't
shout.
think it's above Drake to like have to go to like Brampton,
I can see
Barry,
that.
Muskoka
I would
and
love
stuff.
to ask
If
Drake,
he's got
when's the
some work
last
there.
time you stepped foot in Peel?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's
Drake,
not in
we
the
need
last,
you on the show, but
it's not in the last 15 years.
Way
I don't
more
think-
likely that Drake would drive to Jungle than to Brampton.
to Brampton.
I think he has a cottage in Muskoka.
Damn, you guys don't
think so.
respect your home cities.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm not from Brampton.
I love my home city. I love my home.
Just as a Brampton,
I
you.
love my home city. I'm just
It's
saying.
just far too.
I'm just saying. I'm not seeing the
Yeah.
like the what's it called? It's just like and now man's like, oh my God, yeah, Drake's shouting out Brampton and Barry Muskoka and my thing is like don't get me wrong, Drake has always repped Toronto, he's always repped Canada,
Right.
but I think now he's like really leaning into it
Why do you think he is? Why do you think the new song is so pro Canada?
because he's not gonna what's it called? Shout out LA and rep this, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make sense.
We in Miami turning up another night.
That was Party.
Was that Party's
Facts.
part?
That was Party's
It was
part.
Party's part.
No,
But
he
still,
said it too.
He
though.
said it
But
too,
Drake
right?
said it too.
Yeah,
They
he
both
said it.
opened it that way.
He did, but Party opened that though.
Regardless,
I
he said
get
it
it.
too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, he
And he literally says, what does he say? We in Muskoka Berry for fuck Hollywood and the Hamptons.
fuck. Okay, yeah. I want to dissect that.
Go ahead.
Fuck Hollywood and the Hamptons.
Which is LA and New York.
But also,
Wait,
the
listen.
Hamptons is where they do the all-white party. Michael Rubin, Jay-Z, and all of them. And Drake doesn't really like the all-white party.
Listen.
What do you mean he doesn't
Investigative
like
journalism.
No.
He's- I swear he's like
Drake's-
said that he doesn't.
no. Come on, Drake's been to those
he
parties
goes, he
multiple
goes to
times.
those. But you know what was happening in Hollywood and the Hamptons?
What, the Diddy
Diddy?
parties?
Ooh.
I don't. Is that? Or are you Kendrick
I
fanning
think you're
it right
Kendrick fanning
now,
it a little bit.
or did that just rhyme? It's possible. We'll never
Kendrick
know.
fan again. I
Last,
need that.
last
good.
thing,
That was good. That
Last
was good.
thing about Drake that I will ask.
We keep saying last thing.
I will get no because this is
Can you guys go a whole episode without talking about Drake?
if you let me just land the plane, this was
Sorry.
a transition also
Okay,
to
sorry.
another
Go,
topic.
Good.
Kai at the BET Awards hailed Kendrick on stream.
We talked about that, yeah.
Oh, did you guys talk about
Yeah,
it? I
yeah,
didn't
we
hear
did talk about
Do
it.
you think Drake was mad at Kai? Because they are doing a stream now for the Somebody Who Loves Me like finale.
That wouldn't have even gotten
But I
announced if
won't
they
lie.
were really, if there was an issue, you know?
That's what
I think.
last week we talked about it, but I didn't see the clip until after the episode. So I won't lie. I think if Kai was in the same position as Drewski, where it's kind of like Kendrick Lamar walked by, I don't think Kai would have hailed him. But
Right.
because SZA did the have you met? It's harder to curve someone in a hail when someone's physically like, oh, have you met Kendrick?
So the hail.
You know
was
what I
forced-
mean?
So the hail was
Maybe
forced?
I saw
I
it.
think it was forced.
I don't know. Maybe I saw another clip. The one I'm talking about is they were side stage. Kendrick was walking off after he won the award. Kai was like, "What's up,
different
boy?"
clip.
They hailed, and he walked past Drewski, didn't hail him, and kept going. That's the
So
one I was
there were
talking
two
about.
different clips. There was one clip where SZA was standing in front of Kai. She turns around. She says hi to Kai. She's like, oh, like points to Kendrick, like, have you met? And Kai's kind of like, and then she taps Kendrick, and Kendrick looks kind of like, yo, and then they hail each other. So I think that happened before the stage part. I think. I could be wrong. But that's a clip too buzzing. It's harder to diss a man's hail and not, if someone's like, oh, yo, Tresor, meet Clyde, and you're like, yo, that's crazy to me. That looks
Then it's
OD.
smoke, yeah.
Then you know for sure, oh, you don't fuck with me. Versus, oh, I'm walking past you, I can act distracted. You know what I'm saying? Two different things.
Begging Castanat, man, you not fucking beating
So
us.
I don't look at Kai Cenat anyway for hailing.
I don't think he does either.
In that position, what is he really gonna do?
Because Drewski didn't hail him.
Yes, but saying Drewski didn't hail him because that was a moment where it's easier to not hail someone.
Standing on
Versus
business, you
if
pick the
SZA was
side.
just, oh, Drewski meet Kendrick meet Drewski, what are you gonna do?
You're not gonna hail someone. Because
There's mad cameras here. You're gonna look shaky, kinda. I don't blame Kai at all.
I don't know. I just
it
brought
looks-
that up because I think, shout out to Kai, I think Kai is bigger than every program. You can't do nothing to it.
It's looking
Oh,
like
facts.
it.
I think
It's
he's bigger than
definitely
any,
looking like it.
Like, you can't be mad at Kai.
No, not. I would have done the same thing. The fuck? I would have done. You would have done the same thing.
You can't be
Mucho,
mad
shut
at Kai.
up.
What do you mean?
I'm not hailing Kendrick.
Why, bro?
Mucho. All right.
Aight.
So someone introduced you to that. You're not. You're just
Hey.
gonna, like not even touch his hand.
My boy Kenny.
Oh,
You're gonna
come
look him in
on.
his eye like, nah.
Come on, that's bro.
hailing him.
That's just disrespect
You,
all
Mucho,
around.
come
I'm
on.
not
You're,
hailing him.
Alright,
you're
bro.
doing
I love
too
Mucho,
much.
bro.
Beef with it.
I'm
You're
not
doing
capping.
too
You're
much.
capping.
Yeah.
You know what he would do? I know Bucho. You'd hail him and be like, "Hey, bro, I'm from Toronto. I can't rap." That's what you would do. You're not gonna not hail him.
You're not.
You would hail him.
You're not
say
hailing him.
something,
Yeah.
but you're not gonna not hail him.
I co-sign
You're
that.
not gonna disrespect another man by like not hailing him up.
You would.
Come
Say,
on.
I do think you would say something, though.
I think
but you would
if
not
Kendrick
hail
walked-
Sorry, you're
if
funny,
Kendrick
man.
walked past you, you're not doing shit. But if someone like SZA or I don't know, another someone was like, "Oh, Mucho,
Yeah.
Kendrick," you're not gonna be like mean. You're not doing that, Mucho. You're not. You're not. At an award show, there's bare cameras flashing, people. You're not gonna be like,
Thank you.
mean mug. You're not.
And that would be unnecessary because that's like
Like, come
hurting your stock for something you're not a part of.
This is
That
business,
too.
not personal.
I don't. Yeah, but like, there's things that you just shouldn't fuck with, like regardless of if it fucks up.
You
your
don't have to
business.
fuck with. You could like so you'd be like, yo, listen, I'm from Toronto, eh? Like, hey, just know. But you're still
I'm
hailing
not
it.
buying
Mucho,
it.
I'm not
understand what
hearing it
you're
at
saying.
all.
I'm not. I don't know. Maybe you guys don't believe me, but I wouldn't. No.
Why?
Okay, all right.
I'm not hearing it.
I don't like
you
how he
wouldn't-
moved.
So you wouldn't even like.
For the diss track?
You wouldn't.
I don't
even,
like how he moved. No.
So you wouldn't even try and have like a confrontational type moment with him.
No, I'd be like, hey.
You wouldn't even want to
I
try
do the
and tell him.
Jeremiah.
What
I do the Jeremiah.
The Jeremiah, the thumbs up, the Love Island,
I
the
do that.
I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it either. I'm not hearing it at all.
Okay, all right.
Anyways, Kai at BTU. What do you
Anyways,
do?
yeah, another thing that happened that's making headlines that I honestly really resonate with is that people were asking. Kai admitted that he didn't take any money from BET for streaming. And he said the reason why he didn't take any payment from BET is because when you take a payment for content, there's already kind of an agreement where you have to push a certain narrative about the content that you're reviewing. Yeah. Right? If BET offered Kai, I don't know, say 100K to stream the BET Awards, he kind of has to make the BET Awards look in a good light.
Yeah.
And he was saying that kind of defeats the purpose. Like, I want to go and be honest with, his chat or his viewers or whatever about what's actually happening. I want to leave an honest review. I want to be genuine to myself and my brand for my followers.
Right.
And I agree with that 1,000%. And I also think that's a reason why, like, people ask us to, review their music on this podcast for money. I'm not doing
so-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And we get those a lot. People ask me a lot, like, yo, like, how much does it cost for, you to play my song on the pod? Da, 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 da.
Well, you get that a lot.
Authenticity is
Yeah.
big over here.
100%. We get that a lot. And I'm
Because
like,
I don't see the inbox. Y'all get
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
but
It's,
whether it's
it's been
DMs
in
or
there, yeah.
inbox or in person, even when like certain labels reach out, like, oh, would you like this artist on? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I agree with that because if, for example, if we take, I don't know, a couple $100 and want to play this new Toronto rapper's song, now I can't shit on your song because you paid me, but I don't like your track.
Yeah, and Kai don't need the money anyways.
You know
He's
what I
gonna
mean?
make it
I
back
think it lends to
regardless.
what you were saying about Kai being bigger than the program. Like, he's really at a state now where he can do that and turn down the money. And it's like, no, I'm gonna be myself, authentic,
Exactly.
and
And he's gonna make the money regardless from streaming it. So he doesn't.
we
need
should
the
champion
extra
him just for that
incentive.
shit because that's like the type of authenticity I think we should be seeking from
Well, he's arguably bigger
these
than
people
BET.
that are in higher positions.
Yeah.
you
He's
know?
Bigger than BET, arguably, anyway.
Not even arguably.
Arguably.
Yeah, he's way
Some
bigger.
say they.
What do you mean by that?
He's
I'm saying
bigger.
that Some people say he isn't.
He
Who's
is.
not bigger than BET?
The television network?
Yeah.
Kai Cenat is not bigger than BET?
Some people would argue.
When you
that
say
Yeah, he
bigger,
is.
what do you
I'm
mean
not
by
saying
that?
he isn't.
You like viewership on a regular basis?
Everything. Viewership, like people are watching how many people watch BET Awards for the time people watch Kai Cenat?
Weekly.
Well, yeah, I guess
Yeah.
Kai Cenat.
Yeah, he's bigger.
What?
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, he's easily bigger.
What?
Then the whole network of BET?
Yeah.
Today?
There's no
In
I
this
think-
current moment, yeah, obviously.
BET, all of the shows on BET combined don't have a bigger viewership than Kai.
Cultural cachet, if we talk about the entire history, fine.
Yeah.
BT got it.
What, you think like Kai Cenat could buy
Well,
BET?
cultural impact, of
Not
course.
mine, not
But that's not what we're
monetarily.
talking about, though.
Cultural impact.
To me, it's what you're inferring.
But no, BET has a legacy,
Yeah.
right? Of cultural
That's
impact.
way,
For sure. But I'm saying...
Actually, no. I get what you're getting at. I get. Okay.
I don't understand what you
Yeah.
mean. From that angle, I agree. BET has a cultural legacy, right? Of black entertainment, right?
Yeah.
But right now,
Yeah, of course.
Kai Cenat is bigger than a lot
Gets
of...
You
more
take everything
eyeballs.
with BET 106 and part, everything that like means
No,
that
no,
is dear
you
to
can't.
our
No,
hearts.
not from but this is why we argue. Which was people got mad at us for the whole WizKid versus Rema versus Burna Boy thing. Legacy,
Recency bias type shit.
yes,
Okay.
it can't be. You can say that. I'm saying legacy wise, of course, no one's touching WizKid.
All right, I
But
can
right
feel that. I can
now,
get
Yeah.
Yeah, I
it's
get
a
it.
conversation.
If Kai is streaming and BET's putting on the most like their biggest show ever, Kai's gonna have more.
You
views.
should
Wait,
bend. You
speaking-
should bend to what Kai wants
Yeah.
in that situation. Yeah.
100%. Speaking of BET Awards, we're like I don't know how long we are in, and we didn't even talk about how his time was.
Yeah, I was letting it go until it was a better.
We're an hour 15 in. And that was the reason that you
I was
were
letting
there.
it go until it was a better moment. But yeah, I
Okay,
was in
can we
LA
talk about it? LA train.
for BET Awards. I didn't go to the actual show. I went to the pre-show and it was too hot out there.
I just want to say,
and I did not want to.
do you know how many people asked me if you were at the actual awards?
See, I could have.
How many times did you have to answer that question?
Oh no, I got asked a lot. When I was at the pre-show, they were like pulling us to go to the awards, like if we wanted to. But by that time, it was too hot. We were too hungry. It was like the situation just wasn't conducive to like us now wanting to stay 4 more hours. Because what it was is like when they put you in there for the pre-show, they take your phones. There's no food, no drinks. You're standing out
They don't
there.
give you drinks?
No.
Damn.
Water. You might get some water.
Damn, ever since Kanye brought that Henny bottle, it was done.
And then,
Yeah, for real.
because also remember, the pre-show is also outside.
Okay.
Like the stage is outside.
Right.
So, and also how shows go, I don't know if anyone like who just watches shows has never seen behind the scene. How it goes is when they say it's live, it's not live. It's like pre-recorded and they drop those clips in the middle of like the shows.
Got you.
So it's like Shot Boys came out, did Party Like a Rock Star, right?
What?
It dropped.
It was a
Everyone's
legacy
lit.
weekend, eh?
It dropped. Everyone's lit. Maybe halfway through the first chorus, they were like, "Stop! All right, guys, we need to start back from 1. The lighting wasn't killed the whole vibe."
Are you
Wait, at the BET
Holy
Awards?
smokes.
At the pre-show, yeah.
Wow.
During a
Oh my
performance.
God.
I didn't know it was
Wow.
like that.
They will pre-tape the performances and maybe do it a couple of times. So it's like you now watching it, you're not as lit because this is not the first time they're coming out.
Oh,
And they
I
want you to like fake it. Like they'll have cameras, they'll be like, "All right, guys, energy. When the camera pans to you, make sure you're
Oh
laughing."
my
to
God.
Treat it like a sit, like a sit-down talk show.
No, that's how award shows are fake, bro. Like bands aren't really turning up.
It's like a
like that.
broadcast of
I
The
thought,
View.
Like, the
Like-
direction would be like, okay.
Isn't the View live though?
Like the live the way he's describing it.
Really?
Yeah. So there's different types of live. There's that live because I know the pre-show they just like drop it in, and then there's the main show live where it's on like a 30-second tape delay.
Yeah.
They can get
Where
the
that
Yeah,
one is
like
a
Super
little
Bowl.
bit, yeah, that one's a little bit more fluid. But even so, like when those go to commercial break or when it cuts to like a host talking,
It's surgery.
It's very quiet. It's people moving stuff off the
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
You're hearing the people over the mics talking, and then
Word.
someone will come out and be like, "All right, guys, we're going back in 10. We need a large applause. Scissors coming out from this, so I need you guys to look over here." Like it's very.
Oh my God.
That's what I went to school
Yeah,
for.
it's
too.
very like calculated. So when I was there, I was kind of like, I don't really want to stay. You know, like
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we kind of left. And it was cool though. Like I still definitely had fun. We went to the BET house. I saw Rory and Maul there.
I was about to ask if you saw Rory.
yeah. I saw them, but they were working. Maul said he saw me too, but like they were doing interviews from like 11 a.m.
Jeez.
They hit a
back to
crazy
back to
press
back to
junket
back.
at the show. Yeah.
Wow.
It was definitely a lot. I saw Buju Banton in there. I wanted to take a pic with him, but everyone was taking a pic with him, and like you could see that he wanted to just get out of there. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
say nothing to him.
Etiquette.
A lot of people in there. They had the part that was strange to me was they had a room called like the streamers room where like Zoe Spencer was there, like Ty Lil was coming back and forth and like all that type of stuff. But it was very like
Zoe's face.
What,
killing
Zoe?
me.
I'm the only Zoe.
You know, Zoe's not fond of the other Zoe.
Nah, I can't get into her, man.
Why?
You two are the two most popular Zoe content creators.
Really?
Facts.
No,
What
we're
about
not.
Gorilla Zoe?
What about that I Am Zoe one? There's an I Am Zoe who's supposed to just like me.
I need the
Like,
Zoe Spencer showdown.
I don't
on the
know.
pod.
I don't know.
Yo, I would love to.
I just don't.
get that.
I really. I
What,
just
Zoe
don't know.
Dollars?
I just
Yeah.
don't know if it's a character she's putting on or if she's actually like that. Because she's actually like that, she's annoying.
Yeah.
It's probably a character.
Damn.
But
I
if it's
mean-
a character, you don't find her annoying.
Oh no, she's definitely. But I think it is.
I think that's really
Okay.
her.
Probably caricature.
But the
I hope
trippy
so.
thing about
Streaming's not. Yeah.
the
that's really
the
her.
trippy thing about streaming is your character turns into your real life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just does.
it's taught the way streaming has turned.
Yeah.
Because streaming has turned into
IRL.
just like constant improv.
Yeah.
Where and that's kind of how streaming university was. Not to bring that back up, where it's like some of the people that didn't do well, they didn't understand the concept that you're just in a giant improv for 3
bit.
days.
Yeah,
you're in a
yeah.
bit.
Commit to it.
Did you see any of the streamers and like they were like the same
Did
character?
you link with her?
Funny
Yeah.
Marco, like is how he is. Like that's
Okay.
actually how
Word.
he is.
Right.
But with Zoe and all of them, yeah, I was gonna say they had like the streamer room, but the way I don't really like the way that they did it because it was a part of the press run
Right.
to where it was just like they had someone standing out there. It's like, okay, Partisan Fontaine, you're gonna go on Zoe's stream for 15 minutes. Then Buju, you're gonna go sit with this person for 10 minutes. It's almost like talk radio, but it's just streamers.
The
You know?
satellite media
Very
tour,
press
basically.
junkety. Like,
Yeah, it was very press-ish, and I didn't really like it. So like I was walking around there and like, oh, like, do you want to? I'm like, like, there just wasn't. It was too curated, and like the essence of social media and streaming is that it's like more free flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way that they kind of boxed it in, I didn't really like how that was. But I mean, it was cool. I went to a 1 and 6 in Park like reunion party where Terrence and Roxy
Fire.
were hosting.
Did you see my boo Free?
No, she wasn't there.
See my boo Ashley?
No, we're there.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
actually
which
randomly cool.
The new 106 in Park show.
Yeah, I know.
With her and Cam Newton.
Roxy's stylist, I'm actually cool with her randomly, and they plugged it in. And I didn't know that was such like a big party to get into. That like the line was down the block with people trying to get in. But when I got up there, I understood because it's like NBA dudes in this booth, NFL dudes in this booth, and not gonna lie, what they said about athlete jewelry, you can clearly see the discrepancy between the athlete jewelry and everyone else's jewelry.
The difference between consistent game day paychecks versus festival paychecks.
Clearly,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
And it wasn't even like huge athletes. Like Kenyon Martin Jr. had his own little like booth.
Yeah.
His chain was dancing, bro. And there's other rapper dudes. Their stuff was not shining like how
That's crazy.
KJ's was. This dude in like a Casablanca shirt, this dark skinned dude with like a sponge top with glasses on,
Sponge top.
Casablanca.
Stop.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, when you sponge your hair,
got
the
you,
sponge
I got
top. He walked by, and I can't remember. Someone beside me was like, I was like, what? They're like, yo, you know who that is? I'm like, no. They're like, yo, that's Damson. I was like,
Idris?
really? I was
Oh.
like, yeah. He
Whoa.
literally just looked like a normal dude. That like just walked by. I didn't even notice that it was him. Like he was by himself. He just walked past, walked into the booth, and I didn't see him again for the whole party. He just disappeared. But yeah, there was a lot of people up there. That was the first time that I've seen such calculations from like groupies trying to get into a booth. It was crazy. Like I heard
Saw the
the
game
play.
plans.
You heard them.
I heard because they were
Scouting
standing
report, you heard
beside
it.
me. They were trying to get into this NFL dude's booth. I can't remember who it was. They're like, all right, all we gotta do is just wait till he makes eye contact with us, and then I'm gonna go up first. But like, don't stand for too long, because like when I get in the booth, like I'm gonna call you over. They're like, yeah, but what if he doesn't like you? No, just talk to his friend. Like I'm hearing it right here, and I'm like, yo, this is bad. Like I felt sorry for them.
Felt sorry.
Who, the girls?
Yeah, no,
Oh.
for the girls. So I'm like, yo, like this is how you feel like you have to live.
Yeah.
It's bad, bro. It was like
They're on
it
a
was-
work trip.
Yeah, it was so bad. But anyways, I'll speed it up. The trip was cool. I saw Stevie Wonder randomly performed at a party.
ECU?
The fact that we all said
All
that at the
three of you
same
guys is crazy.
He probably did. He probably did, bro. The amount of stories that people
All
have.
of us
We ain't shit, bro. We ain't shit.
The amount of stories people have about Stevie Wonder, I wouldn't be surprised if he's not
Yo,
blind.
Tresor, you need to be out there that weekend, bro. You need to be out there, yo. I should have pulled up to BT the whole thing, man. Like,
Yeah, you should have.
Was that funner than
All Star.
Funner.
yeah,
Funner?
All-Star?
More fun.
Hashtag funner.
Funner, yeah. Hashtag funner.
Like funner.
Allow it.
I'm not gonna lie. All Star probably was more fun.
That way.
Just for the fact. Just for the fact that this trip specifically, like I would say, Grammys was the most fun I've had.
Okay.
This one was very wake up, event, sleep.
Yeah.
Next day, wake up, event. Like it wasn't casual. It was like I'm there to network. I'm at this brunch. I'm at the Empire brunch, and I'm at this party and that party and CMG and Glorilla and this. Like it was very intentional.
Right. Yeah.
So it wasn't like a relaxing, fun trip. It was like you're working. But it was cool. I love LA. So
Yeah.
Love LA.
that's it.
Shout
Yeah.
out to LA.
Interesting. Even talking about like the chains. Yo, there's some shit ass chains, yo.
There are.
Like, I won't lie.
And I'm not even a chain guy, but I feel like, do you know those chains where it's like, it looks like it's supposed to be diamonds, but it's like flat gray? You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about? Like,
Yes.
I hate those. I don't know what it is.
I saw some yesterday.
They look terrible. There was a lot of people.
Don't listen.
There was a lot of people BET weekend where also I feel like after a certain age, you shouldn't have bubble letters on your chain. I feel like it's a
They got from the
little.
beauty supply store, yo.
No, even just like regular. I see like regular chains, like big chains with people's names, and it's bubble letters. It feels a little
Bro.
childish. And then also, if I have no idea who you are, and of course, like there's different worlds, but it's like if I could tell that, and you have like 7 chains stacked on top of each other, and they're all bust down cubit, it's like, all right, bro, come on, like you're doing a lot right now, bro.
Yo, all I'm gonna say is, Mucho, at your party, with all due respect, I saw some ass chains, yo.
Oh man.
Some shit chain. That goes into my day party. So last week we talked about day party main character
Yeah.
syndromes. The makeup bag under the arm,
Someone
Terrible.
pressed me about that.
whatever
Yeah.
it is. The
The
makeup
Someone
Goyard.
got mad at me about that.
got mad at you for what?
There's a lot, you guys say a lot of things on here, and then I receive the brunt of it in public.
Goyard
Someone
clutch.
came to me and was like, bro, so I can't have my bag, like at the day party?
Under your armpit?
And I was just like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, you can have your bag, but like if you got it tucked, that's
Tucked.
kind of crazy.
Goyard.
Like a clutch.
Like, I looked at a stranger and said that. Like, you know,
Like clutch,
always Goyard.
like a makeup bag, like a clutch.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
A grown
I
man with a clutch.
I have one, and I had to adjust myself as I was listening to the pod. I'm like, oh shit.
You had a clutch or like a bag, like with a strap.
like a side bag?
Like a side bag.
No, and
That's
that's what he
different.
came to me and said. He was like, yo, I can't have my side bag. You can have your side bag, but if your side bag
That's
has no
different than a
strap,
clutch.
and it's
Okay,
under
you're
your
tucking
armpit.
it, that's kind of wild.
Like, are you
Yeah,
walking
no,
the
that's
red carpet,
fruity.
girl?
Yeah. Oh,
Anyways,
also,
so
last
that-
thing, my
oh,
bad.
sorry.
Last thing I will say very quickly. I did not know how much a nice outfit is a networking tool.
Oh, yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Your I only work with friends talk?
Just in general, yeah, that
It'd be working.
But
That'd be doing numbers for you.
bro, if you wear a nice outfit and people compliment your outfit, like people are just more likely to speak
talk
to
to
you,
you.
and it's
It
way
opens the-
easier. You
it
just
opens the
meet
door for
people.
conversation?
Yeah, if you just dress nice.
Yeah.
I hear that.
Anyways, that's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, day party. Who was the main character?
Well, main character number 1 last week was the makeup bag under the armpit. Number 2, actually, I have number 2 and number 3. This week I said number 2 is the shit ass chains. The ones who have the shit ass chains and think they're like big spenders, and
Like,
they have
Are you talking about the chains are fake or just the design of the chain is bad?
all the above, man. The chain is fake. The whatever the saying is on it is trash. There are there's nothing dancing, just shit ass chains, bro. I'd rather a nigga wear no chain.
So,
Keep it cute, keep it small, keep it
listen,
simple.
a
than
nigga like
shit
me,
ass.
I got 2 chains and I wear them all the time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's
But
all
also,
I got.
I think there's a way that you can do fake chains well. And I think the difference is you can't go too over the top with it.
You're
Sure.
high key the go.
If you have a small tennis chain, it's probably fake.
That's cool.
Because
Yes.
those chains are like 15K, but no one's gonna say nothing to you. It's calm, it's low key. If you have one of these, no one's gonna say nothing to you.
Right.
But when you start doing the iced out Cubans.
Money makes me better. Fuck off. You got that from the dollar
pawn
store.
shop.
You got it from Beauty Supply, or you got it
Amazon.
from
I'm not gonna lie,
Amazon.
flea market.
I don't think you
Amazon.
should have a fake pendant.
Haters make me famous. What? Where'd you get that from?
Fuck you.
I don't
Where'd
think
you
you
get
should
that
have a
from?
fake
Fuck
pendant.
you.
Where'd you get that from?
shit?
So,
Like
so
the
do you-
pendant specifically.
Do you
Yeah,
respect
that
when
should
somebody
always
has
be
like a
real.
tiny little?
More money, more problems. Like, get the fuck out of my face. And you want to talk to me with that shit ass chain on? No.
Is that even attractive if it's
Every
real?
day I'm hustling. No.
You
No.
got a Rick Ross song on your chain.
Are you insane? Do not speak to me. What's she say?
No, do you respect it more when somebody's humble and they just have something tiny?
Even if it's just
yeah.
like, yo, like I have a
Yeah.
gold cross. All right,
Okay,
cool.
cool.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I just
At least you know yourself.
Something
keep
little.
it cross.
So we'd never
But
do.
don't be having no plate.
We'd never do relentless
What's
chains.
respectable?
I stay high. No.
What's respectable jewelry that you will find attractive? On a
I
man?
like a chain, but if I'd rather a simple chain
Yeah.
than a crazy, ugly, bust down fake chain that has a stupid ass word on it.
I agree.
Or
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Would you do relentless chains
What? That's it, relentless? No.
or the R or just
Maybe the R,
something?
yeah,
The
yeah.
R
But I have an R chain.
If it's
but yeah.
designed right, it would be tough.
If it's designed right, I would do an R. But like not even like a big. Like, I don't want no R. I'm
No
like,
Gotti.
I'm a
Yeah,
lady.
not like a Gotti
But even
chain,
like a
yeah.
decent R, a couple carats, it's gonna run a few thousand.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I'm not.
that's
Hey,
thousands
that's another
of
world I'm
dollars.
talking about.
Would y'all rock that in public?
I would.
Yeah.
It's my
Yeah.
brand.
Yeah, it's a chain. I'd rock it.
Yeah.
Would I buy it? That's a different story.
Two different questions.
Yeah, I
We
just
need
don't
Ben
like
Baller
it.
on the show
And
and get a little discount or
the
something.
third main character that I hate is I thought we left bottom girls in like 2016. Bottom?
What's bottom?
Bottom girls.
Grills will
Bottom
never
girls.
die.
Bottom
Fronts,
grills.
like,
Oh,
Bottom
Bottom
grills.
grills.
So like this,
Nah.
that shit
Yeah.
is never going away.
Girls
ever.
will never die.
No.
All right, cool.
Girls will never die.
I hear it, but like, don't talk to me like this. Don't talk to me with your teeth first because you got bottoms on today.
Do that again.
No, but you.
Don't talk to me like this. Hey, yo, shorty.
you're
I
hilarious.
can see, like, it's fine. You have girls on, I get it. But don't yell, shorty.
There's a comedian that we both know that does it all the fucking time.
No, but you
A
know what
comedian?
happens?
Yeah, she does it all the time.
She has girls?
Yes.
And she talks like this?
She does it when she's flexing it, yes.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
But you know why they do
But
that?
it drives
though?
me nuts.
As someone,
Oh yeah, but
as someone who has
I know,
grills,
yeah.
I understand.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
When your grills are either too loose or too tight, and it like sticks, like because your teeth shift over time.
Yes.
So if like I think I got my grills made in 2018.
Right.
So I don't wear them anymore because they don't fit my teeth properly anymore. So when you try and wear your grills when it doesn't fit properly, to stop them from falling out, you kind of have to talk like this.
Nah,
So
them
it
out.
doesn't fall, or you have to like jam it down and then it starts to clamp your teeth and it hurts. So now you're talking like this because your teeth hurt.
No.
That's crazy. You gotta sound like you do coke to have
Yeah.
Reset it,
That's why
shorty.
you have to, yeah.
Like,
Like,
just get them redone.
so if anyone's listening, I need a jeweler that can melt my grills and like reform them to my teeth again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just gotta
Yeah.
do
You
the,
just got the bottoms?
You gotta do
Yeah.
the mold again. That's all you gotta do.
But
No,
I think
yeah, yeah,
even
yeah,
with
you
just
do.
the bottoms, like, we're not over that.
Nah, because what are you gonna do? The full set?
Yeah, I smell.
nah, that's too much.
That's
yo.
a lead. Because then,
the dude
but that too.
Dennis is-
But then also
Oh my
look what you're
God.
saying though. No, but
Oh
look what
my
you're saying
God.
though. A lot of people have the fake grills too. That's exactly like
That's very
Yes.
true. Yeah,
I
that's
think
very true.
the internet has kind of jaded people to prices. Do you know how much a iced out full set of grills costs?
Anything iced out
It's
is
so much.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Bro,
But what's that trend on TikTok that when the guy, I was in this clip and I got another clip, pow, pow, whatever that.
I have
that-
no idea.
You need to go find that video right now. I don't know what you're talking about.
I have
What are
no
you
idea
I
what
got
you're
it.
saying.
You ever seen that girl's trend on TikTok? It's like, I
No.
got it, something, I got another clip.
I think
and they show them.
Sinners kind of is.
Oh my
Sinners
God.
brought those back.
No.
Because everybody started getting like the fang
I don't think
grills.
it brought it back, but.
Because also,
Gave it a new
Oh, yeah,
life.
here, this video.
I got 21 bullets inside of this clip.
Oh.
Show me.
You been seeing this, the trend like
When
this?
they zoom into the teeth.
When they have ugly my teeth?
That's why I'm not on that app anymore.
You got a different algorithm. You got thirst, like nigga thirst trap.
Yeah.
algorithm.
They go to thirst trap.
yeah, the grills thirst
was
trap.
there enough Americans for you at Steady?
I didn't even notice. Were there Americans
There
there?
was a lot of Americans there.
Where were they from? Usually I can pick them out like a mouth, like a smell them. I didn't smell nothing.
A lot of Baltimore.
Yo, Zoe is such an inaccessible person at
That
parties.
What does that mean?
Inaccessible?
Yeah.
Yes.
How?
You always and I've been to I'm outside a little bit more this year. When you are somewhere, you are always if there is somewhere where it's hard for everybody to be, you are there.
Yeah. Facts.
You are always in the hardest to be in section. Any party I go to, I say 2 words to you and that's it because you're in some area that's way more important than everybody else.
I won't lie.
Consistently every
Guys.
single time.
I'm joking. I don't like being in the mix. I don't like the
I'm
mix.
not a peon like
I
y'all.
don't
Yeah, me
like-
neither.
So at least you're in
Get-
the elite section.
I don't think it's elite.
I don't think I said
No,
hi to
I'm
you
sorry,
yesterday.
not elite,
That's
but like
fine,
the
let me
more.
see.
All the way across the party. And, what's up,
See, but that be the mix.
What?
That's just the VIP mix.
It's a VIP mix.
I wasn't in
Yeah.
VIP though. Anyone could have walked in and out.
Yes,
of
but
there.
you're at the top of the castle though. Like
There's
you're-
no. I don't think so.
You be in the VIP
Yes.
mix.
Like the
if we-
VIP.
If we're at
VIP.
Rolling Loud and you're in the Loud Club, that's the mix. It's just the VIP mix.
But it's less mixy than GA.
Look
Yeah,
at how
in
she
theory.
said GA.
I know.
Look at her
The tone and
face.
the inflection that she put
If
into
you're
that.
listening, go to the video and look at her face when she said that.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it, man.
Why can't you do it?
Even when you think you're not in the VIP, there's still an invisible rope off.
Yeah, if you're in a section, a section that everyone can't get in.
Why can't
It's
you
still-
do GA? Like legit.
GA just feels too like hara.
And in case people didn't take my sarcasm, I like being in the mix. I enjoy it.
Like sometimes it just feels too like
Rowdy?
rowdy, and I'm just trying to chill, and people are like moving, and then my drink is spilling, and then your arm is wet. Why is your arm
Yeah,
wet?
that's
Why is your arm touching me? And now I have a stain here. How the fuck did this stain get here?
strict. You strict.
Like, bro, what?
Are you
Bougie?
No, I shouldn't say
Yes.
that. Never mind.
Yeah.
What?
100%.
No. I didn't find the right word for it. Never mind. Go ahead.
I don't think I'm
Bougie?
I don't think I'm bougie.
That's
what?
but
Is
that's
it- oh,
there's
that's
nothing
what I was
wrong
looking
with
for. I was
that.
gonna
That's
say,
not a bad
Do you
thing.
feel like you're bougie with certain places you go to?
I don't think I'm bougie.
Everywhere.
It's low key a
What are we
compliment.
doing?
In order to
You're
be
bougie.
bougie, you gotta you earned being bougie.
Yo,
No, that's not true. Not in her case, but in general,
think in
you
her
don't
case
have
she
to.
has, but
you
not
don't
everybody,
You
yeah.
can be
What are we
bougie and not
doing?
have anything.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
my thing is, when I'm around my close friends, I want to be in the mix. You know what I mean? Like when
we
I'm
need
around,
alcohol every episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm around my close
good.
friends, where's the food after this? My head is spinning.
Me too. Yeah, it's a little crazy.
I won't lie.
Thank God.
It's a little wild.
We're gonna
I'm
have
tipsy as
we're gonna have to
fuck.
get food after this.
I
Anyway,
guess I'm not
scared.
drinking
You
enough.
need to
I'm a
catch
little
up.
scared right now.
Guess I'm not
But my
drinking
thing is,
enough.
now let's finish the thought, guys. What was I saying?
You want to
When
be.
I'm around my friends, I'm mixy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be in the mix, I'll be bumping, da da da. But when I can't, like, I don't know really in this crowd. I'm a couch in a
I
corner.
won't give you advice though, because you had a you had a tricky situation where you saw somebody at the show, right?
What show?
At the Kendrick show, and
Yeah.
then you weren't as jovial as you should have been.
Yeah, it was.
Oh no, because you said it was somebody that you didn't know that you knew.
Wait, I saw a couple people.
Right.
The first person I knew her. When she yelled, Zoe, it's funny because I joked, I'm like, yo, if you see me, don't say nothing. It's funny because I literally had a sunglasses hood and she was like, Zoe! And I knew
Yeah.
her. The second person, when I left Kendrick's set, when he started doing like the boring songs to
Yeah.
get more drinks. Also, Cutwater had me on my ass at that Kendrick concert, yo.
Oh, hell yeah.
I had a Cutwater and a half.
Why are you still in disbelief about that? That's
Yo,
the
my
whole
thing is,
thing
like-
with them. Like,
But like, I don't think I've ever...
13.5%.
yeah, like
Yeah.
it's like
I
it's a
don't think
bottle
so.
of wine in a can.
But, it's a bottle of wine in a can.
A bottle of wine is 13%, is what I'm saying, and
Oh.
you're consuming that whole thing in a small.
Yo.
little
It's
basically
can.
half a bottle of
It's
wine.
like a Four Loko.
I won't lie, I had one and I was okay. I'm kind of twisted, and my friend was like, "Yo, like I'm already a little like I'm feeling it, so you should
Yeah.
calm down." I'm like, I'm gonna get one more. I got another one, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Me
Yeah.
just
Like-
Two Cutwaters is a full bottle of wine.
Yeah,
Two Cutwaters is
No,
a
I think the
lot.
one
Yeah.
cup bottle
Me
is a
just-
I'm boosting
No.
a little bit.
No,
but
one
like,
Cutwater is half a bottle. Two Cutwaters is a full bottle.
Like scientifically, it is that.
Yeah.
Me
I
just
was
saying.
like, "What is happening?"
Me and Tresor had like a Cutwater like episodes ago, and I texted Tresor like, "Yo, I'm gonna be on my ass in a few minutes."
Two
Like,
Cutwaters will have you.
That's
it'll
a
have
night.
you.
That's a night.
I
That's
was
a
like,
night.
"What?"
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh
so
my
I went out
God.
to get another Cutwater, and I put my hood on again, and then someone like tapped my shoulder, and they were like, "Hey, are you on the podcast?" And I was like, "Shh." and he was like, "What are you doing here?" And I was like,
What are you doing?
Literally, I'm like, I had to come check it. Like, I have to come report. I gotta check it out. And he was like, "I won't lie, I didn't appreciate being called a racial cuck." And I'm like, "I hear you." I'm like, "Those are not my words, though." But I hear you. He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, honestly, I'm gonna talk about it though. I'm like, I'm not gonna. Everyone's like, I'm not gonna lie. Everyone's like, "Are you gonna lie about it? Are you gonna talk about it?" I'm not gonna lie. Yo, listen. One thing my grandfather used to say is, "You never look a gift's horse in the mouth."
What? Sorry, say it again. Say it again.
You never look a gift's horse in the mouth.
A gift's horse?
And I'm gonna tell you exactly what it means because
Are you
I
sure
just
that's
said
how
ooh,
it
but I know
goes?
what it
promise
meant.
you that's how it goes.
You all reacted like you knew what she was talking about.
didn't know.
So, can I get
Is it
some?
a
I thought I heard
gifted
something
horse?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah, a
Gift
gift horse. You said gifts.
No, I said you never look a gift horse in the mouth.
No,
It's
you
like
said gifts.
Yeah,
at
you keep
first.
adding an S.
Am I any yes?
Yeah, you did.
I'm lit.
That's
Okay.
a gift horse. Yes, I've heard that.
Okay,
I've heard
so
that.
whatever. It's don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
I've
What does
heard
that
that.
mean?
Yeah.
That means you shouldn't be critical or unappreciative of a gift or something offered freely, especially if its value is in question.
That's good advice. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, those tickets were
Yeah.
you'd
Okay.
be if you don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, my bad. The only reason I even brought that up as of you going over there is because you got to get used to being in GA.
Why?
Because when you're in GA, you see people that you might know, and you have to be happy and gracious each time.
Right? Okay.
And so the only reason that there's this mix up with this one person you seen that one time,
There's no mix up.
wasn't there? Did she say something about she saw somebody that you didn't know you knew and blah blah blah?
At the concert.
Yeah.
I didn't
No.
know that I knew.
No. She didn't say
Am I
that.
tripping? Did she not say
No,
that?
you're
Yeah,
tripping.
you did.
Oh,
No, you
yeah,
did.
that was another conversation. That was separate. That was separate. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Just stuff like that where you have to be on
Yeah,
autopilot.
you gotta get used to touching the people, shaking hands, kissing babies. You gotta get used to
wow.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, facts, Zoe. Like,
Yeah,
he's right.
you have to.
And I won't lie. Maybe you could say that, like, and I hate saying that I've earned my way to be bougie because that sounds so like
Yeah,
pretentious.
But like that's kind of what I was saying before. Like this isn't like he said. There's people that are bougie that have nothing. Like you've earned. Yeah, you've gotten your way to this.
I guess so. But I won't lie. Like, this is gonna sound. Actually, I won't say it. Never mind.
No,
No,
do
no,
it.
no, no, no,
Say
finish
Go
it.
ahead.
I don't know,
Finish it,
man.
finish it.
I think it's good to be able to, because then what happens when you're so used to being bougie and you're in a place or you're in something where you can't have that? Now you just don't know how
Well,
to.
you gotta be.
Oh, that's not my lifestyle.
You
I'm
gotta
not
be
bougie.
flex bougie. Then.
You have to be
gotta
able to be
flex
flexible.
bougie. You gotta know when the bouginess
Flex
can turn
bougie.
on. Cause like
I
won't
like
lie.
flex bougie, by the way.
Yeah, I like flex bougie.
I like flex.
Also,
That might
what
be
I
the-
will say is
might be
like
it.
lately, lines I don't do them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I had that happen
certain
yesterday.
events, if I'm going to it, like I know who's throwing it, I'm not waiting in the line.
Sure.
So like even when we went to your event, like the line was D's.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, with all due respect,
So do you have like a?
I'm not doing that. So like went to the door girl, like, hey, I got some tickets. We're on guest lists.
Guess
Like, what are we? She's like, yeah, I got you. She just scanned it, put my wristband on,
hell
straight
yeah.
to security. Sometimes with the bathroom, with all due respect,
Yeah.
I'm going to the bathroom.
Word.
like
You're
walking
skipping
to
the
the front of the
Sometimes I
line.
will skip the bathroom. line.
skipping the
That's
bathroom
crazy.
line?
It is fucked. I
That's
won't lie.
crazy.
Now
It's
we're
getting
getting
Man, you're a
ethically
monster.
ambiguous.
Yeah,
I
that's
won't lie.
crazy.
It's getting fucked.
That's a little
It gets
messy.
fucked. But if I know like someone who works there, and I'm like, yo, I really have to pee. They'll like hold my hand and walk me to the bathroom.
Wow.
That's
See, I would take advantage of that, but it's still a little bit messy when you look at it from an outside perspective.
It is 100%. I get cussed all the time. Who the fuck she thinks she is?
Right,
Who the
right,
fuck
right.
is that? What the fuck? And I'm like,
podcast girl. Thanks for
I plug my ears and I run to the front. Like, I'm so sorry. It is nasty though. I won't lie. It is nasty.
Right, right,
Zoe, is there people off first impression they were a little bit turned off by you, perhaps?
Maybe.
And then eventually they're like, you know what?
Oh, that happens all the time. Your friend told me that yesterday. Your friend told me that at your party. He's like, yo, I hated you. I'm like, I hated you too.
A male friend?
Jesus.
Yes. You know who.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
He's like, yo, I'm like, yo, I couldn't stand you either.
So do
Like, it's
you?
cool. It's cool. I'm never mad at that.
I almost unfollowed you.
I'm never mad if someone's like, yo, you were an asshole when I met you, but now I fuck with you. I'm never mad at that.
Okay.
But
Ever.
so do you think you should?
No.
And it's okay if you can say no. Do you think you should make more of a? No, but do you think? No, but I'm saying like,
Okay,
I said no before you said it. It's okay if you say no.
Jesus Christ.
do you think you should try to make a conscious effort to make a better first impression on people?
No.
You're
I
You're
don't necessarily.
hilarious.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't agree with that
Are we not
because
all working on ourselves?
I know. Not Zoe.
but
I'm
also
done. I'm finished working on myself.
I'm good.
see, but that's tough because especially in this industry, you're in an industry where first impressions do matter.
For sure.
So
I hear
you
you.
could meet if you piss off the wrong person, that could hurt your career.
No,
Literally.
you're not lying. You're not lying. You're not
So
lying.
you could meet someone if they don't have a good interaction with you. You don't know they're the producer of a studio that was looking at you for a movie that could change your life, and you never meet them again.
Hear you.
Now you're out $10 million just because you weren't nice as you could be.
Yeah, I think I can. But I will say, I think I'm much better now
Yeah.
on first impressions.
So we are working on ourselves.
I was really bad.
Right.
But now I think I'm much better on first. Like people come up to me, I'm way more approachable than I used to be. People come up to me like, oh, like people bring the bench pressing thing up to me all the time. I laugh at all, you know what I'm saying? I engage and I be shaking hands and kissing babies with people when they
Hell
talk to me.
yeah,
about
yeah,
stuff.
that's why I like to see
But I'm
it.
just saying, like, I do understand
Diplomatic.
when people were like, yo, I met you before maybe like a couple years ago and like you were an asshole, but like I listened to your podcast, I like, you know, your takes. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
I respect it.
I think I fucking hate this word. I think your aura is more accepting towards people.
Now.
Yes, now.
100%. Yeah, now it is for sure.
And
It's
it
a
sucks.
catch-22 though,
People
right?
approach us about this.
About my aura?
Yes.
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 Yo, like I don't know if Zoe likes me, man.
Yeah.
I was one of those people when I first met you.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
It happens.
But I don't mind that
Yeah,
though.
but it's a catch-22 because a big reason this podcast works is because you're a little abrasive, right? And that's gonna be your personality in general too, because you're your real self.
Yeah.
And-
Authenticity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sells. It's
But
the
I
most
think you
important
gotta
thing
be
in
a little
storytelling.
inaccessible
also-
sometimes though.
But
Sure.
inaccessible
Like
doesn't
not
mean
everyone can have access to you whenever
Yeah.
they want to have
Yeah,
access
that's
or
true.
whenever
Yeah,
they
yeah,
want
yeah.
to talk to you. Like you gotta have a little bit of a
But
There's a
inaccessible,
boundary that you have, right?
but
Yeah,
inaccessible
100%.
doesn't mean
I want you guys to
standoffish.
expand
Inaccessible
on that a
doesn't
little
mean
bit.
standoffish because, like, yeah, people cannot have access to you, but if someone's standing in front of you, they're already there. That's
Right.
different than someone trying to talk to you on Instagram and like them expecting you to respond. That's
Right.
different. But if you're in person and someone is like, "Oh, hey," and they feel like they didn't have a good interaction with you, that 100% of the time hurts you. That doesn't help at all because now you might have lost a follower, you might have lost a listener. You know, people that's so even if you have a personality that can be a bit abrasive, you could still be. And I'm not saying that you're not, but just in general, like you could still be cool and not be like buddy fake friendly, and people could still
But
walk
I think
away with
people
a good
also
interaction.
take sometimes where I'm not as, you know, approachable as like personal.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
But I'm like that all the time. Like sometimes like my thing is also like I can be a happy-go-lucky person sometimes, but not always.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
We're
people might
human.
be like, "Oh, I did it," and she was like, "Oh, she doesn't remember me," and I'm like, "Bro, sometimes I'm like, I'm just chilling.
Do you
But it's-
feel
I
like
could be drunk behind these Prada shades.
But it sucks
You don't
that
know.
do you feel like people aren't humanizing
Behind
you
the
a
Prada
lot in that
shade.
sense then? Wait, what?
I said
Behind
I
them
could
Prada
be drunk
shades.
behind my Prada shades.
Yeah. Do you feel like sometimes you're not humanized?
Oh, and a lot of the time,
Like
no.
you're just viewed as this like abrasive
asshole
podcast
black girl with a
host?
podcast. Yeah, 100%.
So you
That's how
feel
it
like you
be,
get
but-
that back to you on a like regularly?
Oh, people say that to me all the time.
They come up to you with baggage.
Yeah,
I think people are looking from a very different
Word,
perspective.
that
because
must be
people
a lot.
it can't be.
Yeah, I can
100%.
imagine.
I think people are not used to strong women as well.
Yeah.
That
people are
part, that's
not
the
used-
main crux of it, probably.
Like not even like the crutch, more of just like people are not used to having strong black women in their lives, so they're not used to that dynamic.
Clock that tea
My
tray.
favorite thing has become
Clock
with this
that
season
tea tray.
is when I know a mucho hot take.
It like builds up in his chest, and you can see him like start to gain.
Yeah. I don't know
And he
because
like, all right, it's my time.
I think I see it differently because I've been in this industry for so long.
Yeah.
I think some of it can be that, but I think when you are a public figure, quote unquote, that like has a fan base or like a big following,
Right.
people do kind of dehumanize you, but it's not always intentional and it's not always negatively. Like they could just see you as this person because they watch you so much. And it's like a part of the industry is playing that game.
The parasocial aspect.
Yeah, a part of the industry is playing that game, and like you don't have to be fake, but like when people see you, they want to see
The caricature.
you.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
if you meet ASAP Rocky you expect him to be smooth, be cool, dress nice, all that type of stuff. If you meet him and he breaks that reality of what you think he is, that affects his brand as an artist.
Yeah.
So it sucks that you have to play the game because it gets tiring and it's draining.
Right.
But you kind of have to play the game because you're selling a brand and you are the brand. So you can't be Joe Smith. You have to be ASAP Rocky.
Yeah.
Right.
And ASAP Rocky is this person. So you, at times, especially when you're out and you're in those social settings, you kind of have to sit there, you go, all right, let's do it.
Yeah,
and then you walk in, you turn on the character, you do it, then you leave and you can turn it off.
You do that
I don't think I
masterfully.
have a
You
character.
do that masterfully, by the way.
Yeah,
I
you
just
have to
wanted
flip a
say.
I don't
switch.
even think I have a character to turn on and off.
Yeah,
Like,
but the
you're
character
just
doesn't
you
have
I don't know.
to.
You turned it on for this concert.
Wait, wait,
I'm
wait,
the content creator, just doing
Hold on.
investigative
I
journalism.
didn't turn it on.
I think there's a difference between the Zoe, the business person, and Zoe, like the content creator, respectively.
She doesn't think she's a content creator.
No, but she is.
Content creator, podcaster, whatever you want to call it.
There's different personalities for that.
Yeah.
Because the way that you are at work with when your coworkers were here were not drastically different, but it was different from when you talked to us, obviously.
Yeah.
Like there's
So
different
there's-
versions of yourself.
Yeah.
But speaking of that, that's why I wanted to bring up the 7 frequencies of communication. I wanted to do like some reflection. I wanted to see which one of these you guys think you are and which one you guys think everyone else is.
Are we drunk enough?
hear it.
Are we drunk enough for this?
Yeah.
Oh, we're everything.
Drunk enough? So, guys, I'm Marv, bro.
Yeah, I know. We need that General Tso's pizza so you can treat us.
So
after.
number one,
Yo, for real.
so number and wait till I say all 7.
Okay,
before
okay,
we
okay,
go.
okay.
Number
Jumping,
1
that's
is
me.
the commander. Their strength is decisive and they're focused on winning. Their weakness is they could be too blunt or forceful. Number 2 is the visionary. Their strength is inspire people with ideas and vision. Their weakness is they may skip details or get lost in possibilities. Number 3 is the strategist. Their strength is deep planning and problem solving. Their weakness is may overcomplicate or delay decisions. Number 4 is a connector. Their strength is they build trust and unity. Their weakness is they may avoid conflict or hard conversations. Number 5 is the creative. Their strength is out of the box thinking. Their weaknesses can be disorganized or overly idealistic. Number 6 is the coach. Their strength is develops others and creates accountability. Their weakness is may focus too much on others' needs. And this number 7 is the analyst. Their strength is accuracy and risk mitigation. And their weakness is can be overly critical or slow to act. So what do you guys think?
Let me
you
read
guys-
that. Let me see. I need to see it in order to.
I like the full description. I think if you put the names in front of the description, I'll be able to
Yeah.
follow.
So read it. So
So we can repeat
So
it with
read just the
yeah,
names.
just read it.
Yeah,
and then
Okay,
just the names.
so we
Thank
have
you for the definitions. Tresor.
commander, visionary,
Yep.
strategist,
Yep.
connector, creative, coach, and analyst.
Yeah.
Out of you guys, what do you feel like you guys personally are the strongest one of?
I like you for coach.
for coach. Oh,
I
that
like
isn't
you.
my strong. That isn't even what I would think.
What do you think you are?
I think I'm more the visionary. I feel like I've seen this before it was even a thing.
Word.
Honestly, proof is in the pudding with the DM you
That-
sent
that-
to.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
I think I'm the
But
commander.
coach works.
You
too.
are definitely the
What?
commander.
The commander. You are the commander.
You are definitely the
100%
commander.
crazy.
Can you read commander so people know what
Commander
Zoe
is the strength is decisive and focused on winning. Their weakness is can be too blunt or too forceful.
Oh, that's definitely commander.
That's Zoe.
Zoe's definitely.
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
the strategist one?
The
Strategist, I feel
is-
you both are really good at.
The strategist is deep planning and problem solving. Their weakness is may overcomplicate or delay decisions.
Oh, fuck.
I don't.
That's Clyde.
Big B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
Big B,
think that's
actually.
me.
No, that's okay. Well,
You heard the weaknesses and said me.
No,
I feel like yours is the creative.
I'm either the creative or the connector.
You're the creative.
Yeah.
You might be the connector.
What did you?
Because you
Okay,
came
I'll
on just one season, and like I don't think I've ever facilitated a guest, and you facilitated a couple of them, and just
Sure,
connections and stuff
What
like
did
that.
you point out that was
you're
Mucho?
definitely a dot connector.
What did you point out that was mucho?
I don't know. Mucho might be the creative too, because the strength is
Not
out
you?
of the box thinking, and the weakness is can be disorganized or overly idealistic. I don't
Okay,
think
so
you're
yeah, that-
disorganized.
I don't know, 'cause you said-
but I think you're out of the box thinker.
Okay, I'll take it.
Out of the box.
What did you point out?
Because I feel like you have creative like solutions.
I
and
could be the
stuff
creative,
That is
too.
very like. All right, only Tresor would be able to like,
did you
know
point
this
out that
type of
was
shit,
me?
you know.
What we got for Trey? What we got for Trey?
I
What's-
think he's
what's
more
on
the
Trey?
coach than I am.
Really?
Okay, okay.
Because I'm on the floor playing with you guys. Like he
Yeah.
is behind the camera, so
Yeah,
he
Rick
technically
Carlisle.
he kind of has an objective viewpoint that I don't have.
I don't know. Clyde might be the coach.
What's
The coach's strength
Say it
is
again.
develops others, creates accountability, and the weaknesses may focus too much on others' needs.
Okay, yeah. That
You
might
think
be-
you're the
that-
coach?
No, I
That
think
might-
Clyde
that might
might
be
be
me
the
still.
coach.
What did you point out that was me though? Like you pointed at something else.
I pointed at you for the coach, but
I don't think so though. I
the
think that's
strategist could be you too.
maybe strategist, maybe me.
Yeah, because Trey will
Probably
come out
the
of nowhere with
strategist.
all these crazy ideas that
I
he
think
like.
probably.
A lot of coaches
Yeah.
be light skinned, y'all.
What the fuck?
What? Ty Lue, Doc Rivers.
I hate how right you are about this. Right now.
You're not wrong about that though.
Ime Udoka,
Yeah.
Joe Mazzulla.
A lot of them be
You
like.
Joker's not light skinned, man.
What's
What
You're
are we
only
doing?
saying that because you don't want to be in that box too. That's why. She's like, relax.
Yo,
How's he? Ime
Not
Udoka's not
She
like
said
Yo.
they not like us.
no, he is like us.
He's pretty light.
Ime Udoka's not light skinned, man.
oh my god.
What are we talking about right now?
He's light. That's,
He's light.
He's light.
Come on,
Zoe.
Zoe.
Zoe, he's light.
Come on, Zoe.
He's not brown skin.
Come
He's
on,
light.
Zoe.
That's
I
not-
think he's
Yo,
brown.
you guys
skin.
know Zoe uses the darkest emoji?
Yo,
No, I
she's
don't.
crazy.
You're a liar. No, I don't. He's talking shit. I don't use the darkest emoji.
That's a light skinned man.
I don't think this is a light skinned man at all.
Yo, I hope you know, for also listening, we are tipsy as fuck.
She's
hell yeah,
crazy.
There's no way y'all can
Shout
be
out
like, yeah,
to 5 years, baby.
Ime Udoka is like the same skin tone as Boris Kojo.
who am I closer to? Ime Udoka or Neil Long?
Neil Long.
In that
Probably
picture, there's a
Neil
lot of
Long.
lighting.
Neil
If you
Long.
go to where he looks darker, you guys are damn near the same.
Let me see.
She's not ready
Here-
to face that music, yo.
Like, yeah, that's the same skin tone, bro.
What'd you say?
That's the
You're
skin.
not ready to face that
That's the
music.
same skin tone.
That's crazy.
Can we talk about how Shaq is Diddy?
What?
Whoa!
What happened?
I'm okay with it, and I'll if anything, I'll be oppositional to you for this
Shaq is the new Diddy.
because I like
That's a
Shaq.
very
will-
What, because he DMs everybody?
Because he's a
Nah.
bad
Oh,
teammate.
God.
Because he hazes his rookies.
Oh
He
my.
is going to have a documentary drop about him.
Explain
Why
Why?
do you think
Like
that?
a surviving
I am
Shaq.
going to play this video just now.
Do I have to censor anything out?
No.
Okay.
It's Danny Green talking about his experience
With Shaq?
with Shaq.
Danny Green, like light skinned Danny Green?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think he's light skinned?
He's very light.
Cleveland early days of like some Shaq shits. Give me a thing or two that Shaq did. You're just like, goddamn, Shaq.
Yeah, there was a lot. It was a lot. So I had to get the donuts by myself. And then at the time in Ohio, there was only one Krispy Kreme, and it was like 40 minutes.
Donuts. I bet you didn't know Krispy Kreme we do designer donuts.
He had me pledge him, and I had to greet them a certain way. And if I didn't greet them a certain
Let's
way,
hear it. How'd you have to do it? If I'm Shaq, how you have to do it? So if I'm Shaq,
your brother Shaq, you know, like sir, like, I forget the nickname at the time.
Omega's 5'5" till we die.
Messed up. I'll get the paddle. You know what I'm saying? But they would use the like a foam roll.
the Cleveland.
Wait. Sorry.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
It cut off right there. It cut off right there. Hold
What's
up.
going
hold
on?
Up. Hold
Oh,
up. Hold up.
I'm like, what are you trying to show us right now?
Hold up. Hold
It's
up.
a
Hold
Krispy
up.
Kreme for 3
All I
minutes.
heard was Krispy
You're
Kreme.
sending texts.
I'm done. All I heard was Krispy Kreme, something about 40
Foam
minutes
roll.
away, foam roller.
I've heard about Shaq like
greeting
taking,
them. Is that the right one?
taking people's toothbrushes and putting them up his ass and shit.
Whoa, okay.
Fuck me.
Sorry, I'm trying to give the shock value that
My
these
bad,
videos are
my
probably
bad.
supposed
What's
to be
going on?
providing.
Look at me posting the wrong one.
No, it's all
I thought he was talking about just for the fact that, like, every girl in the world has said that Shaq has tried to DM them or tried to holler at them.
I think
That's what I
true.
thought.
That might be
He ain't
true,
trying to
actually.
holler at me.
Shaq DM my girl.
Oh shit!
Whoa, what?
He DM'd your girl? Like,
No
he-
way!
No, this wasn't recent. I don't even know if she wanted me to tell people that.
Well, I mean-
but it wasn't recent. No, but she's showed me that like Shaq DM'd her.
Whoa!
He like sent her a bunch of fire emojis.
Holy shit!
I was like, say a word.
He goes.
Esca-
He goes
Sorry.
both ways though.
No, that's not what
She
she
didn't
said.
respond. She didn't respond.
Sorry.
Trey,
That's
sorry,
funny.
too much wine over there.
Eskimo Brothers is crazy.
I know. I'm sorry.
Nigga said you Eskimo Brothers was Shaq.
No. That was crazy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Nigga said sorry 20 times.
We need to drink wine more often.
Anyway,
Yo, did y'all see SGA's dad on Jeff Teague's podcast?
He was wilding.
What did
No.
he say?
They were
told-
talking about having like NBA kids, and SJ's dad was like, "Yo, you guys are all basketball fathers," and they're like, "Nah, we don't have kids." And it's funny because you can see the disconnect between like Toronto and America.
Yes.
Because SJ's dad looked at Jeff Teague and was like, all right, so give me your girl. I'll breed her.
Whoa!
And just continued
some
on like it was
MVP babies.
normal. And Jeff Teague was like, oh, gee, you can't say that. Like, I would respect you, but you can't say that. And the rest of them were crying. He's like, oh, my bad. And kept going.
But
In Toronto, that's not as shocking as when you say that to someone who's not from Toronto.
I think it's still shocking.
It's
Give me
still
your girl,
shocking,
I'll
but it's
breed her.
not as
The terminology isn't.
Like
I'd breed her. Like I've heard that. Like just like locker
Oh
room
yeah,
talk.
but is that Toronto or is that like more like Jamaican influence?
But that's still
Well, regardless,
Toronto.
like Americans aren't used to that terminology.
Breed?
Yeah.
No.
Because
So
even
how-
my friends, like my friends will be like, yeah, like I'm breeding. Like they'll say that, yeah, I breed for
Yeah.
him.
I breed.
Or I bred for him.
But I think it's because it was his wife. Like,
Or
how
yo, you let him breed? Like
how
we
would
say that
you
all
feel
the time.
if someone?
Oh my god.
But I feel like in that context,
Or my friend like, yo, I breed. I say it all the time. If
Yeah,
that's pregnant, I'm like, you breed again? Like what?
that's
I say
funny.
that all the time.
but I think in that context, like if you're
Didn't
from
we say
Toronto
breeding time?
or
Like,
Jamaican,
Yeah, we have an episode. we have an episode called
cut it.
Breeding
Sorry,
Time.
sorry.
Go ahead.
in that context, if you're from the Caribbean or from Toronto, like you see the joke he's making.
Yeah.
So I don't think he would take it personally. If you don't like know
I
the
feel that.
context.
Because if he said it to you, you wouldn't be offended. Like you would
Tresor,
probably
yeah.
laugh it off.
They took the whole interview down.
Tresor,
Did they?
Tresor, how do you feel about that? Because
the
like
whole interview down
It's down now.
Jeff Teague
because of that.
Well, we
That's
don't
so
know.
dramatic.
Jeff Teague
Well,
laughed
I
it
think
off
because of
though.
that.
Like he was kind of like, "Yo, pops, you can't say that. Oh, my girl's gonna get mad." And now he's kind of cheesed. Like he's mad.
Did he say
Like-
that?
No, like as you're saying, like I didn't even know that the interview was taken down. But
They
he's
took it down.
actually kind of like, nah, like that wasn't. Like,
So
you
then
know?
just cut it
To
out.
be
Why
fair,
take
I don't
it
know.
down?
I don't know if Jeff Teague is mad, but there was blowback to the clip.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, there was a lot of. I'm
Yeah.
hearing a lot about this clip.
I don't know if Jeff Teague was personally mad. I don't think he cares.
A lot of people in the
that's typical
comments were
news.
like, "Yo, this is
Pretty
so
apathetic.
disrespectful. This is boom, boom, boom."
Well, I mean,
But, like,
It was a lot of that I seen.
Like
Yo,
the
if I was
term-
Jeff Teague, I couldn't let somebody say I'm gonna breed your wife in front of me.
Yeah,
like,
no,
type
that's
shit. I've seen a
insane.
lot of those type of comments.
The
So maybe
term
it's that.
breeding, using it in a sense towards a woman who's human, it does like if you actually like peel back the meaning, it is offensive,
It
right? You're
dehumanizes
what? You're
them
like
a
you
lot.
breed
It's
an
very
animal. You know what I'm saying? So
dehumanizing,
yes, but like from a slang, like there's a song called "Come Breed Me," like Cartel, "Come Breed Me," like it's literally a slang point.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so he
Like I know if I do my pregnancy and that's I'm be like, yo, I'm a breed.
that'll be your Instagram post.
Yeah, the caption just me breed.
That's your
And
pregnancy
hands on my
announcement?
belly. Yeah,
Am I
breed.
breed?
That's your pregnancy announcement?
Yeah,
Breed?
me breed and hands on my belly.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Crazy way
This
to end
is
the
why.
podcast.
This is why I fucked up last time. This is why Shaq will get a Diddy documentary.
Oh, you found
series.
it?
I did.
Okay.
Yes,
Are you sure?
yes.
Okay.
The clip cut off for some reason, but this is the rest.
But yeah, he was.
I accept it.
But Shaq said he had me pledge him, and I had to greet them a certain way. And if I didn't greet them a certain
Let's
way,
hear it. How'd you have to do it? If I'm Shaq, how you have to do it? So if I'm Shaq,
your brother Shaq, you know, like sir, like, I forget his nickname at the time, Brother Mo Williams, and if I messed up, y'all get the paddle, you know what I'm saying? But they would use the like a foam roll. He would do weird stuff, man. You come in the locker room, some of you be showering on his back. You know, what the hell are you doing, man? You know,
He be
running
showering
around
on his
butt-ass-
back?
Like, what do you
Running around butt-ass
trying to
naked.
wrestle, like, yo, get
Big
you
for
know,
that, big
he's
for
like
that.
Wrestling.
you don't know he's coming. He just run around and tackle you, but Shaq, you butt ass naked. Nah, get away from me, man.
That sounds like the
Yeah.
same
And
shit.
Danny looks traumatized.
God
Let me see. Let me see. Let me just see his face.
Are you gassing, or does he really look?
He's not laughing. He's not smiling.
Trying to wrestle, like, yo, get he's light on his feet. You don't know he's coming.
What the hell?
But Shaq,
God damn.
The B-roll in this clip.
And
is
this is
hilarious.
like one of 5 clips, by the way. I got like 4 more, but for
Yeah.
podcast reasons, I can't do all of them.
So
There's a lot of people kind of speaking out about Shaq as a teammate, right?
Bruh, Shaq used to sexually harass men
Yeah.
all the time.
Jesus Christ.
Hear that? Like he would take their grooming products and rub
Used
it
to, like-
on his ass or something like that. And like
he used to
yeah.
like shit in like locker rooms and stuff.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Shaq did some wild stuff.
Shit in locker rooms?
Yes.
So he's just gonna come out as a bad person now?
That's
Like,
disgusting.
Shaq is insane. The stories that I've heard, it's not only Danny Green.
Like, it's
Like,
Yeah, there's a lot of
I
people.
might have to
coming
come
out.
back next episode with a compilation, bro.
Yeah, it is kind of like that still.
So my thing is, and like, you know, what's it called? I'm trying to think. Like, of course, there's like hazing or like things that, you know, rookies do. You know, I played sports most of my life. You know, stuff like, oh yeah, rookies got to do this. Or like, you know, rookies collect the balls, you know, after practice or stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. But like, it's not like, oh, rookies get butt ass naked and roll around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I mean, did you see the video of Anthony Davis?
Yeah, we all seen that.
You see the video of
he got
Anthony
the paddle.
Davis?
I'm not gonna lie.
Butt ass naked on the ground. I love it. I love it.
I've never seen
haven't
that.
seen it?
Oh my
I'll
god.
show you just now.
I went to high school in Oakville, right?
I'll show
And
you
the
now.
school that I went to, like we were in Quad A OFSA, like we were one of the nicest ball teams, and most of our team were niggas, but like there were some white boys on that team, and like some of the little hazing things that they implemented, like was crazy.
Bro,
was
people
things
do
up
strange
this vein,
things.
like you know, like bear, like
White dudes be like putting their balls on people's head when they
that
sleep.
is exactly
Oh
what
my
bro was
God.
doing.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
He put his balls on your head?
Not mine. Not me. Hell no. But I seen some of the rookies. They would be asleep at the hotel tournaments, and he'd pull up on them while they're sleeping in their room at the hotel tournaments, drop that shit on his forehead.
Nah.
What would you do if a man put his balls on your head?
Death.
Okay, you guys are such liars.
Everybody involved. That's a crazy video. You
I
filmed that
love it.
quickly.
It's
You found that
crazy.
really quick. God
You
damn.
filmed that so
Oh
quick.
my God.
Mud,
Maybe men are just weird.
kind of gay.
There was a dude that was doing
Gay
that.
is crazy.
There was a dude
Somebody,
doing that
yeah.
gay chicken kind of shit on one of the teams that I was on. It wasn't
Doing
lit.
what?
Wait, who's more gay when it comes to team sports?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Men or women?
Men.
Men.
Men. You
Men,
can't-
But
bro.
the WNBA is like 50% lesbian.
Yeah, but they probably be letting everybody chill. Like,
Yeah, but I don't
it's not like
think
the
I don't think
lesbian
they
women
doing
are
it-
pressing the other
know
women.
that.
What do you mean? How do I know that? Some of them are girlfriends with each
Yeah,
other on the
that's like
same team.
Yeah,
I
Really?
Okay, I actually
Yes.
I don't know that. Okay.
Or on
okay.
opposite teams. Dejanay Carrington and that girl on I think she's on the Wings. They're dating. And I remember the teams got into like a beef. And then you can see her like trying to decide if she wants to like defend her girlfriend or defend her teammate.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Brittany Griner pays child support to like another woman in the WNBA.
Okay, my bad, Mucho, my bad.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
The WNBA is very lesbian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
The baddies just started entering the WNBA in like the last 5 years.
Facts.
Like the straight baddies.
Yeah.
The straight baddies. Facts.
Well, I mean, a lot of the girls that were in the WNBA before were like
Butch.
waves,
Mass.
Yeah, but
tatties, like
Yeah, all right.
mandem.
Mandem, yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Shout out to the lesbian man.
Mask
I
presented.
feel like we've done this before.
Yeah,
we
we
definitely
have.
have.
But even 10 years ago, I don't know if I mentioned this, but like I think 10 years ago, it was a woman in the WNBA who said she got bullied because she was straight.
Wow.
You like men? Ugh.
Yeah.
No way, really?
She said
Loser.
She said
Tomato.
Tomato.
Strap.
Oh my God, imagine like throwing straps at you. Oh my God, he's getting hit in the head with a purple dildo.
when I'm in the club.
Oh my God.
Rose.
I gotta finish real quick. Okay, one sec.
All right, Trey.
No. I gotta set this up because hold on one sec.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you good? What's going on here?
I'll fill in.
No. Like, yeah, can you
So,
Do you have to pee?
yeah,
Like-
go do. Yeah, geez, no more wine ever again. Bro.
Yeah, right? Oh my God.
Anyways, we'll just go to something else.
Yeah.
Well, can we do what's
could
new
do
partner
DearRelentless,
X
though.
name?
I don't know who put new partner X name. Who
Oh,
did
that
that?
was Clyde, yeah.
Okay, we'll do
What
something
is
else
that?
then.
Oh,
Well, let's
okay.
do DearRelentless.
Doja versus fan.
Who?
Doja versus fan. What
Oh,
does she
I
do?
don't really, okay, so there was a video that went viral of Doja Cat meeting this fan. And the fan like took his shirt off his back, gave it to Doja Cat, and was kind of like giving her flowers. He kind of like asked her like, "Oh, what? Like Doja's not your real name. What's your real name?" She was like, "Oh, I think her real name is like Omni. Is it Omni or something like that? Or I don't remember." Blah blah blah. And then yeah, this is like a video. So hold on, let me play it. So this is the video. There's no
I'm
visual.
gonna give my shirt to Doja Cat because she's the iconic girl.
Period.
No, bitch, you deserve it. Literally, and if you ever want anything more, I got you, always. This is the girl.
Period.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
Pride Month.
Pablo.
Nice to meet you.
Wait, what's your real name? Or is it Doja? What's your real name?
Ami.
Ami?
Can you show me the video at the same time?
Nice to meet you, girl.
Nice
You're
to meet
beautiful.
you.
I hope you have the best night. You're literally everything.
Thank you.
Can you show me the video at the same time?
Hey, girl, Ami. Love you, dog. Don't say thank you.
You smell great.
So someone posted that clip.
Yeah.
And then apparently Doja went to Twitter and said, I threw that musty ass shirt away, by the way. That was her tweet. Her second tweet was, bottom line, I'll smile at you, but it doesn't mean I fuck with you, and don't touch me and manhandle me when you don't even fucking know me. If you know, you know. I honestly think I need to stand up for myself in the moment sometimes, and you didn't even know my fucking name to be touching me and kissing me on my face like that. It is crazy.
She was playing the game. It's just what I was talking about. Now
So,
she didn't have to tweet that, but
now people are
she's
like
playing
getting
the
at
game.
her. Some people are defending her, like you need to respect people's boundaries. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just because she's Doja Cat doesn't mean you
don't kiss someone
take
you don't
off your
know.
shirt, you give it to her, you kiss her, blah blah blah. Some people are like, oh my god, here Doja Cat goes again. He's just a fan. He got excited. Blah blah blah. What do you guys feel about that?
Yeah.
I think she's right. I don't know if she had to like tweet it, but I don't think she did anything wrong. Cause think about that if it's not a celebrity. If you're just walking by some random man on the street and he's like, yo, Zoie, I know you, and takes off his shirt and gives it to you,
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, this is weird.
Yeah, fair.
And at that point,
And then
Doja
starts
Cat
hugging me and like
and
touching me,
kisses
kissing
you
my
on your like
That's
you
a
don't
lot.
know these people. Bro.
Yeah, that is
I
weird.
feel it. And also she's in a catch-22 because now if this super eager, super excited fan wants to give you their shirt and she says no, now she's rude.
Yeah.
So like what can you really do?
People need to start humanizing people. Period. Because I dead ass, I don't give a fuck who you are. Please don't hug me if I don't know you. Don't kiss me if I don't know you.
People are running up on you.
You know what I mean?
Position where like you'd be like, okay, yo, this is too much. Like, relax. Like, would you say?
I think I'd find a way to be like, oh my god, like
she didn't do
'Cause
that.
no,
lot
she did
of-
because she was playing the game. She's a way bigger than somebody than me.
A lot of people
You know
are
what I'm
kind
saying?
of bringing up like even screenshots of the video where it's like, she's smiling and clearly is showing some sort of reciprocation as far as energy. And I think there's a lot of women that are saying, as a woman, that's a common experience where a man is approaching you and you feel like you kind of need to go along.
That dude was
with it and
clearly
be
gay. The rules
polite
are
and
different.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
In order to make sure the situation stays calm or something.
That-
Is that like you relate to that?
Not
Or-
in that scenario though.
I know because he's gay.
Why? Because he's gay?
Yeah. The rules are different for gay dudes.
He still is being mad handsy. Like
Yeah.
That is very
Girls
true.
will let gay dudes be handsy.
I don't.
You
Don't be handsy
draw
with
that
me,
line.
period.
Would. This
is
Unless
a-
you're a gay dude that I know and I'm comfortable with you and that's like my dog, for sure. But if you're a gay man I don't know, don't just touch me because you think you have the right to because you're not attracted to me physically.
I feel like every stand-up
No.
comedian has a joke about this, where it's like, "Oh, this gay dude is lying about being gay in order to be, more whatever with women." You know?
No, I still people are people. At the end of the day, if I don't want to be touched, I definitely don't kiss my face if I don't fucking know you. You crazy?
Running up on you,
Yuck.
touching
Man
you.
or woman or
Manhandling.
gay or
Man
straight,
or woman,
don't
yeah.
touch
But
me.
it's like, I hate to be like, men, it happens to men too. But it's like,
Happened to me yesterday.
Yeah, no, bro. I said this. Women don't know personal space, bro.
Yes, that's true.
I think
No.
because men
They don't need to.
Obviously,
No,
I think
we
the
need
difference
to.
is men obviously invade women's personal space for
sure.
But men know better. They just don't do better. I feel like a lot of women genuinely don't realize that you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing. So that's why they're shocked when you react negatively because they
Genuine
think that they can just
ignorance.
do whatever they
Well,
want to
it's
do.
the gender bias, right? Of
Yeah.
course, you're right. Men should know better, and men usually do
They
know
know.
better, but they choose.
They know,
not
they just
to.
choose not to.
When women, we just have not me, 'cause I don't do this, but like some women just have like this natural mindset. Oh, I'm a woman. Da da da.
That it's
you know,
fine. Anything you wanna do is
It's
fine.
okay because I'm a woman. I'm less strong, so I can put my
Have you
hands
never
around his neck or
touch, bro.
grab
I
his.
hate that girls and they're touching your face and it's like,
Yeah.
bro, I don't know you. Don't touch
Have you
me.
never caught yourself doing that though?
Two men I don't know.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
so Clyde, what happened yesterday? What happened yesterday? Wait,
Not even
she
like
was
I
getting
like
too comfortable.
No, I'm just like kind of what they're describing, like that sort of that facial touching like thing. It was my experience that I'm talking about yesterday wasn't even like some grandiose thing where it was crazy. It's just like when you think as a man, like as a guy, if I were doing this to you, what you're doing to me right now, this would look
And it's a stranger.
wild. Yeah. Not a stranger, but someone that I wouldn't
You don't
call
know
like my
that.
friend.
Yeah.
Like this is more of an acquaintance, someone like I've like I've maybe met you once or twice. Like
Bro,
we're not cool like that.
I've
Like,
been doing frosh events where I'm standing on the fence. Girls are grabbing my piece. Like, girls are putting their hand in my pants. Like, girls are ripping my shirt. Like, that stuff happens regularly. That
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you don't
Hell
even
yeah,
think
it
about it
happens
anymore.
regularly,
But
Yeah.
it's not right, bro.
Yeah. I denied a bubble yesterday. I was like, it's too hot. I told her it's too hot right now. But even if it wasn't hot, I wouldn't have. But I told her it's too hot right now.
You just said like.
Does that make? What do you mean?
No, I said that in the moment, which is cool. Whatever. I think that's a
Okay.
fair
She
thing to
took
say.
it
Yeah.
relatively well.
Yeah, she skedaddled along after. But at the end of the night, she's like, yeah, you were acting weird today. I don't like how you were acting. Like,
Oh
I'm
my
Yo,
god.
man, this.
What? What do you mean?
Women can't fathom being
Rejected?
rejected.
And then men, because they don't want to seem or have any type of
Well, have you
inclination
bubbled
that
with
they
women
are
before?
gay.
Maybe like 5 years ago, I invited her to a party.
5 years ago is crazy.
I don't even think I danced with her. I just invited her to one of my COVID parties back in the day.
Yeah.
That's it.
But even so,
But
like,
you guys don't have like a relationship
No,
or like you're not.
I haven't seen her in years.
But my thing is, even if I were to like bubble one of my guy friends and he'd like, kind of like dodged it, I wouldn't be like, oh, you're weird. I'd be like, okay, maybe he doesn't want to bubble you right now. Maybe there's a girl in here that he's trying to talk to. Yeah. I don't know.
And I played it off. I said it's too hot right now.
Yeah.
Right.
or even if we've danced before and I just don't feel like dancing right now,
Fair.
that's fine. Either way. Like,
Now
if a
you're
girl says she
weird.
doesn't want to dance, I'm not gonna say she's weird.
Big label as a man to be labeled weird.
Yeah, like,
Oh my god.
I don't know, man. That'd
Deny
be
a bubble,
crazy.
you're gay. What
But
the fuck?
to
I
get
wouldn't
back on
say
topic,
gay.
Doja.
No, but like, that's the label
Oh, yeah.
we get though.
And men feel that way too.
That they deny bubble, they're gay.
Yeah. It's like, yo, why am I? It's like free money or something, you know?
Yeah, I can't, even in Jamaica on that boat, that's what them drivers were saying every time I didn't want to dance with anybody.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
they
you're
were-
burning down.
Yeah.
They called you back. Whoa.
Yeah, like-
Yeah, they did that to me too. They're like, bro, you should be over there dancing. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
I'm chilling. They're like,
They were
nah.
instigated. Yeah.
I was on the boat with Zoe and her friends.
Yeah.
What do I look like?
Yeah.
I'm eating chicken. Leave me alone, Skipper.
But yeah,
Let me
man,
get to the
Doja.
island
But yeah,
first. and
Doja
maybe-
I feel like Justin Bieber has gotten to that
We're there.
point
What?
Yeah.
to where he's blacking on everybody now. I
He's
saw
been
him with
like that for a while,
paparazzi.
though.
He's like, yo, like, I'm human. Stop
Man.
running up on me.
He's
What-
been like that
do you
though for a
blame
long
him, though?
time.
Whatever
Nah.
the point B is on whatever Justin Bieber's got going on right now, I hope it's good. I hope it ends okay.
Yeah.
I hope the point B is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, but with the Doja and versus fan thing, I just think I'm on Doja's side. Yeah, for sure. Like, I get it. You're in the moment. You get caught off guard. You want to keep it cool. There's obviously a camera in your face. Someone's recording you, so you don't want to look like an asshole. But yeah, for sure. Like, do not touch me. I do not know you. If you're like, oh, Doja, like, I'm a really big fan of you. Nice to meet you. Maybe put your hand out for a handshake for sure. But take your shirt off. Give it to her. Hug, kiss. One want to grab her, looking in her eyes. Like, bro, get off me.
Yeah. I do think sometimes fans can be entitled.
Yeah.
And
Very.
I don't think artists should be mean at all. But when it gets to the point where you're like, yeah, you're invading people's personal space and you want to touch them and oh my God.
What the
God,
hell?
sorry.
When you want to touch them and you're kissing people and all that type of stuff, it gets
Yeah,
like
I
they're
don't think you can
actual
be,
people.
I don't think you can be mean, but I think you can be stern. I think you can have like, you can be a little like, oh,
Yeah.
like,
And even that gets taken negatively.
yeah. Or, you gotta flip the script. Like, oh, I don't want to really hug right now. Maybe like I'm sweating or like,
Even that's not gonna go well.
That's
It's
crazy.
just tough.
people
Tough to
feel
play
like they
cards
have the right to like have access to you and your body or whatever. Like, please. No one would ever do that to Beyonce.
Yeah.
They could
facts.
because they wouldn't get close
That's
enough.
true.
And probably that's why she
People
doesn't
would
go.
try
That is
if they
true.
could get close enough, but they
That
will
is
never
true.
get close enough to try.
That is very true. You're right. Yeah. Anyways, the only thing that we really have, we have a few, but we can bring those into next week.
We
Do
can end with Relentless.
you want to end with Relentless or you want to end with Love Island?
We can do DearRelentless, but then
Let's just end with Relentless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's end with Relentless. Do
Okay.
like
We'll
one.
Probably
We'll
have
do one.
more to catch up on.
Yeah, we'll
Love
do
Island
one.
next time.
Yeah, with Love Island. Okay, bet. Let's do one, Dear Relentless.
Making Love Island a like weekly fix.
Yeah, of course. Love Island
I
is
don't know,
happening. Okay. She's done it twice. Oh, she done it twice. Okay, ready? Dear Relentless, how do I approach men? Zoe, what do I do to approach men? How should I strategically position myself? Shout out to the men on the pod. Let me be honest, mucho.
what?
Yo, what? Yo,
What happened?
What?
What she said, Mucho
What
look good.
happened?
Just say it, man. Give
Mucho
us some
looks
credit.
like Duke Dennis if he had longer dreads.
Wow.
Yo, you are a different type of hater. You're
Mooch
to
Dennis.
stop, to look away,
Dennis.
to suck your teeth and look at everybody like that.
Mooch Dennis is a good
Mooch
one.
Dennis.
Mooch Dennis.
Shout out to the men. Let me be honest. Mucho looks like Duke Dennis if he had longer dreads.
Wow.
Okay, all right. I'll take it.
Clyde looks like Jalen Hurts, a handsome
Yeah.
version.
Yeah.
Believe
There
it or
you go,
not,
my
I think
guys,
Clyde is
bro.
more handsome than Jalen Hurts.
Whoa.
And not really the biggest fan of light skins, but Clyde is defo better to me.
Give it to my boy. Yeah.
Here's where it gets crazier.
There we go.
Oh boy.
Tresor looks like Skepta.
I love this lady.
Or SGA, just with less facial hair.
I get that a lot.
Y'all are fine ass men, and I knew majority of the women
This is my
watching.
favorite lady. Let's go.
Boy.
Yeah.
It feels good to be appreciated of me.
Man with the house bus. Let's go.
Yeah, men's mental health.
Duke Dennis, Jalen Hurts, and Skepta.
Then we have Space. Zoie is so pretty, by the way, also.
Come on.
Let's go.
We got Duke Dennis, Jalen Hurts, and Skepta at home.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
All right, shout out to her.
Was that the question? We can end it there.
I mean,
That's great.
the question was, how do you approach men?
Yeah.
Good.
Honestly, to me, you got to give them the layup to approach you. That's my game.
And
That's been my game.
I'll say that in this day and age, in 2025, the eye contact is not.
It's not
the
enough.
layup.
It's not enough no more.
It's not enough. That's
I don't
dead.
believe that's true. I feel like it depends on who you are.
You got to do more than just the eye contact, where you have that moment where you guys lock eyes, and it's like, oh, okay,
It's not enough.
That isn't gonna be all you need in order to get him to approach
Well,
you.
my thing, you can't just lock eyes and just stare. You gotta
But
like
women
give a
expect
little
that.
like.
that
je ne
oh, I
sais
locked
quoi.
eyes with him. He should approach me. Why isn't
You
he
gotta like
approaching me?
lock eyes and like give a little something.
See,
You
but
know?
it's not even about you because you could do that. But what if he's not the type of person that's gonna step out of his way, like to come up to you unless he knows for sure? That's still like a 50-50. You need to give a signal that you are interested. Even
Yeah.
if it's a miss, whatever your name is. Even if you walk by and you're just like, oh, I like your shirt.
Yeah, I do.
Just something
My
like-
compliment bag, I do that too.
Say something, smile at him.
Yeah.
Risk assessment. If you want to break the touch barrier, touch him on his chest. Oh, I like your shirt. Walk away.
Yeah.
So, like just something where it's like, okay,
This is
she's
free
feeling
game.
me.
What your story's saying is you listen to what your story's saying.
Yeah, or like what the girl did at that party. Even though I didn't go for it, I saw what she's doing. Oh,
Let's
I
go
like
get a
those.
drink.
I like those glasses. Can I try them on?
Oh, okay.
You're
No,
clearly
no.
trying to
the
talk to
try
me.
them on, the try them on is I don't like that. No, I
I'm just
I thought you
saying,
meant the drink
No,
thing.
I'm just saying that's clearly a signifier that this person is interested in talking to you.
I like the I like your shirt. Or like you look good. I do that
A
all the
compliment.
time.
Yeah, you look nice.
I didn't know that was your bag.
Yeah, I do. You look good.
So you do a little more
She
than
do it on the
strategic
low
positioning.
because I've never seen her do that.
Yeah, but okay, you look good.
Don't do the ambiguous because men are a little dense when it comes to receiving certain things. Like don't do the I've met you before, right?
Yeah.
right?
No.
Right? Like don't do that.
Give a compliment, walk off.
Be clear and
Or
direct and
act like you're
intentional.
dapping up a 10. Works every time.
A fake dabbing up 10.
Act like you're dapping
Explain.
up a 10.
Yeah,
What
get
do
your
you mean
homegrown fake
yeah.
film.
Or even just do it.
Wait, so as an antic, you pretend like you're
Pretend
doing
like
a
you're
dapping up
I'm
10s
telling
video.
guys, when I did that video, men are like, what's your name? Where you from? Yeah, I get your number. Like, I'm telling you, when I did the video last year, so now you just do it. Like, oh, you put your hand up. What you do? I'm just dapping
Listen
up
to
a 10.
Zoe too. That sounds like good
that's
advice.
really-
That sounds like great
That's a
advice.
bar.
That's a bar.
Literally, that's a hard bar.
Even if you're not doing the
Even if
video,
you're not- I've done it with no camera.
Just
I put my
dap
hand
them.
out and be like, yo, like what's up? I'm just dapping up a 10.
You're slick.
walk off.
You're
got
slick.
him. You got him.
Thinking about you all night.
You got him. Then they're gonna be like, whoa,
Yeah,
hey.
where you going? Where you going? Yeah, I'm telling you.
Or you say Musho?
No, sidebar, when it comes to dapping up 10 videos,
Oh yeah.
you can tell how good the girl looks that's doing the dapping up 10 videos.
By the guy?
By the reaction the guys have.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes they be looking like,
Also,
God.
also the dapping up 10s. it sucks if you actually look good. Because if you get stuck in the middle of some mid, it waters down the whole thing. Because now the whole video is where all the comments is where's the tens, where's the tens.
Yeah,
and
we
even if,
110.
even if you look good, now you're automatically ugly because everyone else was ugly.
Like, damn, does it
By
apply?
association. Ugly by association is crazy.
Oh my god.
Facts.
But yo, you guys gave good advice to this girl.
Yeah,
still.
ugly by association. That's why Zoe doesn't hang out with no ugly girls. She doesn't want to be ugly by association.
That's very
It's
true.
not even like a. It's
That's
not even
like-
like.
Bro, I'm
But
friends
some of your
with
girls do.
What?
Nah, my bad.
Some of my girls do
My
what?
bad. That was
Hang out with
crazy. That was
ugly
crazy.
girls.
Some of my that's crazy.
End it
That
right
was
here.
crazy. That was
End it right here. We're so done. All my friends
bad,
are
my
beautiful
bad.
because they're beautiful people.
yeah.
Muchos and assholes. We're gonna end this right here. Thank you for the GOAT episode. Can I get a round of applause?
Yes.
Thank you guys for 5 years. We will tap into Love Island next week. It's been great. Shout out. Keep your eye out for more.
Thank you for the compliments.
Five more.
Thank you for the compliments.
This is Jalen Hurts.
This is Skepta signing out, yeah?
And this is.
Duke Dennis, baby.
Mooch Dennis.